Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another fun-filled, chaotic episode of the Absolute Women's Football Show. As you can see, we've got some familiar faces and some new ones as well. So the first thing we need to do is introduce the lovely Kai to the Women's Football Show. Kai, how you doing?
All good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. It feels like so long ago that we kind of held our little chat to get to know you more, and then we introduced you on socials. And then finally, we've got the debut. We're very excited. And someone who always arrives in the nick of time, and he's just putting his headphones in. Hang on, before I put him on the screen. Is he gonna
say his name and he appears?
Just watching. Say his name and he appears. It's Paul.
Hey.
Here he is.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm late.
Hey, always know how to make an entrance.
I've just started a new job. It's been a really hectic week, Great, busy first week. PR firm, 2 big contracts, Justice Service and Mary Earps.
Your first big client.
Hello, Kai.
So yeah, Paul, Kai. And this is very typical of the chaos that Paul brings. So here he is indeed. But yeah, Kai, before we begin, if you don't mind, could you tell our lovely community, who loads of them have already said welcome and hello already, good evening to everyone already in the chat, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, please, and who you support most of all as well?
Oh, yeah, I was going to open with that. I'm Kai. I am joining you from India. It's pretty late here, so if I look tired or if I yawn, it's not because I'm uninterested. It's just that
it's not us.
It's just But yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan. I have a YouTube channel that I co-host with my friend Ash, who's a Spurs fan. So a lot of Chelsea Spurs chat happens on the channel. So if you want to get a bit of that, you can join there as well. But yeah, what we basically do is follow the WSL very closely. We try to do a couple of episodes every week. We go through every fixture that happen in the weekend. We also do some watch-alongs for the Champions League fixtures, for the WSL fixtures, etc. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, the channel sort of came about because we just want to chat women's football, and I get to do more of that here. So excellent stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And everything that you've just said, we love doing as well. So the fact that we're expanding our community, and Matthew's very happy that you're a Chelsea fan, because we have quite a few Chelsea fans on the show. We need to maybe we'll get Ash on one week as well to get a Spurs perspective, because it's really hard finding other fans kind of outside of the top 4, and I know we were talking as well about there's a lot of media around the top 4, whereas the pods that we want to talk about as well kind of hope to look beyond that and look at different clubs and different players and stuff. So yeah, we're so happy to have you, Kai. And of course, like Kai said, joining from India, and it's how many hours ahead now? Is it 5?
It's 5.5 now.
5.5 now with our silly daylight savings. So Kai is going to be joining us purely for the WSL portion. So what we're going to do a quick bit of news for everyone as normal. We're going to launch into our WSL coverage. We're going to then introduce a little bit about Mary Earps. You might have heard of her, everyone in the chat. Just a tad. We'll get Kai's perspective, and then we'll bid goodnight to our lovely Kai, and then we'll let Paul continue.
Can we do that and then do the WSL and then do the rest of Mary Earps? The WSL 2 even, and then do the rest of Mary Earps, so we can actually talk about football.
Oh, so you want to do it right there? Okay.
I'm mainly thinking if people get sick of hearing about Mary Earps, they can turn off then because they've heard about.
Because they've heard all the good bits. Yeah. No. Hey, let's do that. And in fact, people in the chat vote. When do you want us to talk about Mary Earps stuff? In the middle or at the end? Or indeed, if you are Emma, who? Never heard of her indeed.
Right. My cousin Mary Eaps, I believe.
Mary Eaps. Well, as Paul's topical tag says, oops, I did it again. So there we go. Yeah, Kai as well. As you can see, we've all got hashtags next to our names. So if there is something from the week that you particularly like or don't like, feel free to turn it into a funny pun and put it into your topical tag for the week.
Yeah, will do.
But
I actually forgot to do that because I was going to go with hashtag GK Union. But yeah.
Or lack of, yes.
Paul, I feel like that's a dig at us there, Paul, by Freya dropping. It needs to be a funny hashtag.
I thought referencing 2000 Pop was kind of bang on our...
No, it is. It's up there. I mean, mine's not even a pun. Mine's just the thing I want to talk about tonight. So there we go.
Oh, Sam! That's really annoying.
Very good. Check notifications, more scary herbs. And of course, it has been Halloween as well, hasn't it? So not a good week indeed. But yeah, Paul, Danny, how are you both? Doing all right?
In all serious, yes. I haven't got a new job as crisis PR. I might have a new job as Liverpool manager shortly, though.
Well, that should definitely be in the balance, absolutely. So we're going to cover some quick news stories. We'll get into the WSL, as I mentioned, and then we'll get into the drama in a bit. So the first one, news that's happened relatively recently. Huge congratulations to Birmingham City's Simone McGill. She has announced her and her partner are pregnant. So congratulations to Simone. We hope it goes very smoothly for you. And some magical news here on Bonfire Night. Hoping everyone's pregnant? Animals and children are okay, by the way.
Is she pregnant, or is her partner pregnant? Because she said her and her partner are pregnant, and I went...
Not sure if they're married, not sure it's husband or boyfriend, unsure.
I was going to say, it's more you never know in women's football with the amount of same-sex relationships and all sorts
that's
of
why we check
like that.
Yes.
So
no, so she is with a male man. Yes, as far as we're aware, and yes, happily pregnant in that. Yes, just wasn't sure if they're married or not. Hence partner. But yes, very very happy with her
husband. I can confirm as well.
Husband, thank you very much, Danny. There we go.
His name is Mark, if that matters.
His name is Mark.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to Simone and Mark.
That's the most Northern Irish name. One of the most Northern Irish Scottish names I've had. Hello, I'm Mark McGill.
He might not be Mark McGill. I don't know whether that's him or whether she's kept McGill to herself.
Well, hey, Simone's that important that he could have taken her name. He wanted the McGill legacy. But yes, we send our congratulations. Some very, very good news. I think actually Emma in the chat sent it to me about an hour ago, so I wanted to start with that. There's also, I want to get it out of the way, my topical tag this week. This is purely a selfish one. Portland Cherry Bombs FC. What a fantastic team name to have in your hometown. And I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's a logo, that is.
Look at how incredible that logo is, right? And actually, I'm going to break it down, right? I've done my research. This is how good that logo is, right?
It's got a cherry and it's got a cherry that's also a bomb. So yeah, that's
I feel like AI might have created that. Give me a cherry and a bomb.
No, things mean things.
Is it a reference to the punk song?
Yes, it is. This is why I love it so much. So, the Cherry Bombs pays a homage to the Runaways' 1976 anthem "Cherry Bomb" and the Riot Girl Band movement that defined 1990s Portland.
Nice.
Where bands like Sleater Kinney, Bikini Kill, and Bratmobile use music as a vehicle for empowerment and raw creativity.
I'm in already. I'm done.
See?
I'm taking this.
Sorry, if it references Sleater Kinney, I'm in. Yes,
and that's it.
If it's Sleater Kinney and Bikini Kill, I am absolutely in there. They should come out to Rebel Girl and do it properly.
Yeah.
Yes.
They need to. It's incredible, but yeah, for those who don't know, so this is a new team, not in the NWSL, but in the USL W League. And Portland Cherry Bombs are going to be in the Northwest Division from next season, and the W League is a summer league essentially that's meant to be a bridge between college football and professional football as well. So not exactly like our championship. So it's not like a second tier or things like that, but it's a way to bridge that gap, which is really, really cool. So so young athletes that want that experience to develop their skills, this is what this does. And especially, of course, the size of the US, and so traveling all the time, they have different divisions geographically, which is really, really cool. So yeah, so they said about this team, inspired by the city we love, the musicians who shaped us, and the greatest to ever play the game, and every letter that makes up Cherry Bombs is from a particular artist or event or something. So they've so from the Runaways, they've got the R. So they've taken lots of bits that make up the Cherry Bombs, and the crest itself, I just want to point it out. Can you see like it looks like a crack that goes through the middle of it? Yeah, that's on purpose, right? Because it's meant to be the view of the mountains that you can see in Portland. So it's got the landscape, it's got obviously the fuse of the cherry that doubles as a stem, the circular logo, again, not just done by accident. It's because it's like a vinyl, like a record, because of their music heritage as well.
Yeah, they are speaking my language. This is great.
I genuinely thought the crack across it was just to go for the whole girl power riot girl thing, but if it's actually the landscape as well, that's...
Yeah, I thought it was just a crack that's just going to explode.
Yeah, so instead of just being like, oh, cherry go boom, it's actually for a reason. So all of everyone behind this has put so much work into like the meaning of it and things. So if they could just have a chat with the WSL about their graphics, that would be
now what I'm going to say to the people running the Portland Cherry Bombs, don't fuck the shirts up.
Well,
with
so they haven't
logo,
released.
Don't mess the shirts up.
No, so they've released some merch already, which are like scarves and t-shirts and jackets and things, which all look very, very cool. It's very, if you think about like the burn boot front from Mean Girls, it's very that. It looks really cool. But they haven't released shirts yet, as I'm aware of.
I hope the scarves have cherry bombs across them as well. Right.
Oh, they shouldn't they? I'll tell you what, when we're talking about something else, I'll have a look at their merch and see.
That should absolutely be the chant as well. Like
you know how it needs to be.
You know how they have choreographed fan sections. Just one guy going cha 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 cha, and then everyone else going cherry bomb really loudly.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Pay us, Portland.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it for you. Yeah.
Oregon is amazing. Pay for us to move out there. We will be your cheering section.
Yeah.
We will be your official podcast for that. Yeah, absolutely. And so they actually put Cherry Bomb as the song over their announcement video. So if anyone hasn't watched the announcement yet, please go do so. It's incredible. And I just wanted to bring that to you all. So there you go. My new USL W League team. The Portland Cherry Bombs, which is great.
Love it.
Which I love it. And actually, even the other teams in the league, their logo, like, it's so cool, and no one talks about it. So I wanted us to be one of the ones to do it. Okay, other quick news and transfer news. We all saw this in the chat earlier. Our Norwegian favourite, Signe Gobset, could be on her way to London, as there's a rumour Spurs are in talks with Bran. Now, Paul, we said in the chat earlier, we said it in the Euros over the summer, didn't we? That we'd like to see her.
We need to give full credit to Danny here, because we were all fairly unaware of.
And to Danny, of course,
Danny
yes.
Obviously picked her out as a player to watch at the Euros, and then she turned up, and everybody just went.
She did, which is more than usual for my tips. She turned up,
which is also more than most of Norway did. To be fair, so that's probably why she stood out. But yes, we did say, because she's a very hard-running, direct, no-nonsense midfielder, and you're like, yes, mid-table WSL team, please, and thank you.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
You'd imagine Martin Ho just knows her like the back of his hand as well.
Of course, because he was brand manager, wasn't he? Sounds like someone worked at Kellogg's.
Brand manager.
Brand manager. Fantastic. Because Kai, you were saying as well that she'd kind of was on your radar as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, a couple of seasons ago when Bran made the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I think she's the one who scored a goal against Barcelona, and during the entire campaign, she's the player from SK Bran that really stood out to me. Extremely creative, as well as just really good in front of goal. Exciting player, and I wasn't sure if you'd get to see enough of her in the Euros, because I mean Norway have a way of not doing the right things in major tournaments, to put it lightly. So, but yeah, I think the manager made the decision. I don't think she started the first 2 group games, and then she sort of got the start. And yeah, of course, yeah, she did shine, right?
She really did.
Yeah, the Martin Ho connection. And I also really enjoyed the head loss from the United fans. With the fact that Spurs.
We're going to get on really well, Guy. We're really going to get on well. What head loss was this? I didn't see this. What head loss was this?
Just a lot of people saying, United, what are you doing? And I mean, clearly overlooking the Martin Ho SK Brand connection, I'm assuming, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, because they want Champions League. They want to be up there, don't they? So these are the kinds of players they should be going for. So yeah, no, I can definitely see the head loss with that one. So yeah, so watch this space. If that does come to fruition in the winter window or even in the summer. So there we go. Speaking of transfers, was also quite a sad one. Our beloved Pia Sundhage has parted ways with the Swiss FA after leading the team to the quarterfinals at the Euros. And she said in her statement, which made it even worse, that she wanted to stay and see how the team would continue. Because she'd only been, I forgot she'd only been there a year since 2024. So it wasn't long, but I mean, what a way to end, essentially. Best ever finish at a tournament. And here's to her getting a better role in the future. Here, Liverpool could be an option.
Oh yes, come on, go in.
Can you imagine her at Liverpool? That'd be incredible.
Oh, she'd have a lovely time.
Oh, she would.
It would be totally wicked.
Very good indeed. And it's also since been announced that Rafael Navarro, who was assistant coach at Barcelona Women, has taken the role of the Swiss women's national team. So there we go. More people jumping ship from Barcelona. And speaking of Barcelona, this one's... Oh, yeah, go on, Danny.
I was going to say, apparently Sainz Brine is on the move as well, according to Emma.
Are we on about Sainz Brine?
Sainz Brine. Don't get salty when I mention that.
Oh.
I was going to make a very obscure Eurovision reference, but I think do we remember Verka Serduchka, the drag queen that did Dancing Lashing Tumbai in the big silver with a star on top of their head? And it's Einstein Drein.
Might be a fever dream, Freya.
I promise.
This might be more of a you and Chloe thing than a me and Danny.
This was in 2009. I'm going back a bit.
I was straight in 2009. I wouldn't be aware of that.
Right. Do we not remember Verka Serduchka?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes.
I apologise, by the way, if that joke was offensive about me coming out late. So, yeah. Sorry. I'm just checking.
Oh, completely. Yeah. In fact, right. So.
I was like having a worse PR day than Mary Earps, like, honestly.
So I already got booted off and we've already been going 19 minutes, right? Let's keep going. So I was actually talking to Kai about this before we came live. So speaking of Barcelona, there's a story that no one's really picked up on, and I really, really wanted to. Real Sociedad beat Barcelona for the first time in their history, 1-0. but no one's talking about it. Everyone's saying, "Ah, well, Barcelona lost for the first time because of injury. It's because of they don't have the squad, they don't have the depth, they don't have whatever." And that's all true. You know, it's been the international break. They have had injuries. So has every other bloody team. But so if I just wanted to focus on Real Sociedad and Edna Amade, who took the penalty to seal the win for Sociedad. For the best team.
The best goalie in the world, who's definitely the best goalie in the world. And absolutely
amazing. Hey, we're gonna talk about the World 11 in the middle. Don't worry. But yeah, shout out to goalkeeper Julia Aurora, which is fantastic to say. Some spectacular saves to deny Barcelona. Barcelona did have a stoppage time equaliser though, but that was ruled out after a lengthy FVS check, which is VAR light for those who aren't aware. So yeah, it was ruled out. So Sociedad took the win, and I think they're now up to third in the table, which is incredible. So congratulations to those. There we go. And the last quick news thing before we go on. The World Cup qualifying groups have been announced, and England, I have got a graphic. Bear with, caller. So this is League A.
Crying out loud.
And guess who we're facing again? So Spain, England, Iceland, and Ukraine. I think that's a decent group, to be honest. And I don't actually think. I think Republic of Ireland are being dealt a heavy hand with France and Netherlands. But I think for the others, there's no real group of death this time round. Has anyone got any thoughts on League A? Do we think it's going to be easy to qualify? Or at least expected?
That's a fairly tough one to call, I think, Group A.
A4, I think, second place is Norway and Austria is going to be an interesting battle.
Yeah, because of course we've got Slovenia got promoted, Republic of Ireland, Serbia, and Ukraine, of course, all four with promotions.
Am I right in saying this is all down to the Nations League ranks that made us in a different pot to Spain? Is that right?
Yes. So essentially, what happened was those who won their groups in the Nations League went into pot 1. And then we got second place, so we went into pot 2, then third place, pot 3, fourth place, pot 4, etc. So that's how we've got Spain again, because they finished first in their group and we finished second in ours, so we were in a different pot. So we just got drawn that way. And as our lovely friend Ryan said, I'm so bored of playing Spain now. Yeah, same. Emma saying, how do we qualify? Top 2, yes.
Winning games, Emma. I believe.
Winning games, putting the ball in the back of the net and actually winning. Yes,
I do like the fact that we've got quite a really competitive game in there, because you sometimes get qualifying groups that you ease through, but it's quite nice to have at least, there'll be a couple of really intense games with Spain again that we can challenge ourselves with. Yeah, it's exciting.
And that's the thing, even Iceland and Ukraine, like we don't get to play them very often, so I'm quite excited by that, to be honest.
Iceland will be quite a difficult nut to crack, I think, especially away from home, maybe.
Yeah, they're so tough to play. Teams really struggle to score against them. So yeah, again, that's going to be a completely different test, isn't it? So yeah, I'm quite excited by that. I think France and Netherlands, again, Poland are tough. We know that. Republic of Ireland have shown how tough they can be as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good group.
I think the Republic of Ireland are getting out of that group.
Yeah,
genuinely, I think they are more than capable of one of the top 2.
I like that.
I think Poland have a good shot, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what Netherlands will look like under the new manager. So, and they did look a bit out of sorts under Jonker towards the end. But yeah, I think both Poland as well as Republic of Ireland have there.
Yeah, I think so, because initially looking at it, like I said, there doesn't look like to be a group of death, apart from A2. And I think there's going to be some really, really good battles in there. Completely agree, Kai. Yeah. And it's which teams turn up, how far into their, transition into new managers, new players, what's going to happen. So yeah, I think A2 is probably the most exciting out of that 4. But I would just like to draw your attention to, so this was the big picture on the article, right? I had to put that together myself because B and C did not have a graphic. So, just in case anyone was interested, and we are interested, League B looks a bit like this. So, of course, Wales got relegated, didn't they? And they're with Czechia, Albania, and Montenegro. Switzerland, Northern Ireland, Turkey, and Malta are in B2. Portugal, Finland, Slovakia, and Latvia are in Group B3. And Belgium, Scotland, Israel, and Luxembourg are in B4.
If Scotland don't get out of that group, there will be serious questions asked.
Yes. Yeah, I think, of course, Belgium being the toughest one there, of course, they lost to Republic of Ireland in the playoffs, didn't they? But yeah, I think Israel's going to be players behind closed doors, as far as I'm aware. And then, of course, Luxembourg. So yeah, I mean, they should get out of that group, shouldn't they? Because I think, again, it gets to a certain point that you get the top two from the groups in League A. And then I think the winners from B then go into a playoff with third in A. And there's all that playoff nonsense that we went through last time. So yeah, so name of the game is to get as high as possible, essentially win as many games as possible. In League C, yeah, I realised that was quite straightforward, Daniel. Win as much as you
many
can.
balls as you can.
All the games will be decided by a goal. That's what's going to happen.
By a female woman.
Hey, we don't discriminate here.
These
Right.
groups are
In League C then. So remember, in League C, there's 3 groups of 4 teams and 3 groups of 3 teams, because that's straightforward. So C1, we've got Bosnia and Herzegovina, Estonia, Lithuania, and Liechtenstein. Fantastic. C2 is Croatia, Kosovo, Bulgaria, and Gibraltar. C3 is Hungary. I was going to say Hungary there. Oh God, I'm tired. Hungary, Azerbaijan, North Macedonia, and Andorra. C4 is the Greece. The Greece? No, Greece.
The Greece.
The Greece.
I promise there's just juice in there.
It's the word.
Greece is the word. Hey, well
Greece
done.
is the word.
I was looking at Faroe Islands and I was like, the Faroe Islands? No, the Greece. So Greece, the Faroe Islands, and Georgia, and Romania, Cyprus, and Moldova in C5, and C6, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Armenia.
Incidentally, I had the pleasure of watching some Kazakh football commentary today because of the wonders of YouTube. It sounds like a diesel engine started up in the winter. It's amazing. Like, it's genuinely, the Kazakh language is just. It's
a bit similar to Basque, I think. Yeah.
It is. It's a ridiculous language. Like, you know when you hear commentary in languages other than English, and it always sounds amazing.
Yes.
If you ever get the chance, I don't know how you ever would, but if you ever get the chance to listen to a goal commentated in Kazakh, it is unbelievable. It sounds like a record scratching. It's just the most.
I think we all need to find that for next time and then give our thoughts back
I'll hunt that out. I will hunt out some Kazakh football commentary.
Fantastic.
Because then we can hunt it down for the for the Nations League.
Yes.
Because if the Kazakhstan do qualify out of that, yes. I will be.
Did you also say the Kazakhstan?
I also did say the Kazakhstan. I did.
See, trendsetter me.
It's contagious. It's like for anyone who watches university sports, there's this weird thing where some universities, whenever like in the NFL, they talk about their universities. They have the videos of where they're from. And in the NFL, it's the college that they played for. And you have people going, my name, Nebraska, or whatever. And then it's for some reason, it's always the Ohio State University. It's like, get you.
Yeah. The state. Okay.
It was the Greece.
The Greece. Oh, I'm never going to let that down. Right. So they are all our quick news rounds. We do have a couple more. They will be coming later. Don't worry. So let's talk about some WSL football from this weekend. the WSL.
The WSL.
So, and these were the scores on the doors. So, I was going to say something that was completely wrong there, so I'll just stop that thought before it comes out. Right. So, as we can see,
using, by the way, because it's an amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. So I've gone back to doing it on Canva rather than Adobe Express because it kept crashing on me. So yeah, just thought we could have so little change.
Still better than the WSL graphics.
Hey, chuck us 50 quid. I can have a go at that. Right. So WSL this weekend then. This was match day 7, and considering match day 6 had barely a goal in each game, people have found their scoring boots. So I'm going to rant about Villa. I know Kai is of course going to talk about Chelsea. Danny, you're going to take us through City West Ham. Again, quite a low scoring one. But Paul, have you got any preference on which game you'd like to talk? Oh, you said Spurs, didn't you?
Well, I was going to be nice about Arsenal briefly.
Going to be nice about Arsenal. Please do. Because obviously Leicester won, Arsenal 4. Last season, Leicester went up 2, didn't they? And then Arsenal came back after the break to win it. But yeah, please do be nice about Arsenal.
Stina Blackstenius. Our Emma.
Stina Blackstenius.
What a game. Scored 2, set up a third one as the number 9 with Russo playing behind her, which, by the way, Renee, is what we've been saying here on Team Chaos you should be doing for the past year and a half. Because every time you do, Stina Blackstenius scores. For example, UWCL final. But, everyone's been a bit critical of Arsenal because like last season they had a bit of a stuttery start, if you like. But just watching it at a game that could have been a bit of a trap game because Leicester are very good at spoiling the big teams. Arsenal looked more like ominously, imperiously good Arsenal. The way some of the passing moves and some of the ways that they swept through Leicester's defence.
The way we'd expect them to be. Yeah.
You're definitely looking at it and go, okay, if this is Arsenal finding their feet, then Chelsea, Manchester City should start to worry a little because normal service may well be resumed in the WSL shortly after.
Yes.
Spurs getting
very quickly indeed. Yeah, no, I agree. They looked very, very convincing. So it was Russo who opened the scoring in the 7th minute. Then it was a Keys' own goal in the 32nd minute. Stina Blackstenius gets her first goal of the afternoon, as Paul mentioned, in the 36th minute. Leicester City managed to get one back in the 83rd minute through Noemi Mouchon. And then Stina, a minute later, in the 84th minute, makes it 4-1.
I really enjoy. Sorry.
No, go.
I really enjoyed the Mouchon goal with this.
Yes.
It was basically she was just like sod this and just ran. She's like, I'm not having this anymore. Sod it. I'm off.
She came on as a substitute, didn't she?
I think she did. Yeah.
She's very direct. Mouchon.
Yeah. It was probably the most direct thing you're ever going to see. Lovely.
But no, it was. You're absolutely right. It was very much right. No one else is doing it. Give me the ball.
I think I think your Chelsea will be keeping an eye on Mouchon because she's got that utter direct battering ram style of like Danny says. It's just right. I've had enough of this. I'll do it myself.
Watching Mouchon play has been. You can tell that Leicester would have done really well last season had she been fit. Because she did get injured, and she's just come back from injury, and she scored a goal with her first touch or something in the previous game. Can't really remember, but it's good to see somebody who can just be direct and score a goal, because I feel like the league is missing that a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and we've said for ages we miss that clear cut outright number 9 that's just going to bang all these goals in.
Too much tippy tappy bollocks.
Yeah.
No one needs it, do they? No.
All this tiki-taka passing shite that some team in Spain decided was a good idea.
Big Sam entered the chat.
Big Sam. Imagine changes Football Manager to long ball. I will say, playing the new Football Manager, it is amazing to have women's teams in it as well.
So good.
I was going to say, you seem like you're having so much fun doing it already.
I am. I'm gonna say we'll start a podcast game later on when we've got through everything, because I'm derailing it, and when we're in the fun bit at the end, I'll talk a bit about it and we'll do a podcast game. But
yes, remind me. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. But yeah, as Matthew's saying, Leicester's defend in the first half was non-existent. If Leicester defend like that, they could go down this season. Well, they were on our watch list, weren't they? Our worry watch list. But there's also Liverpool and West Ham that are doing worse. So I suppose in those couple of teams, as Villa have been there quite a few times, just don't be the worst one. If you're going to be rubbish, just don't be the worst of the bunch. Emily's in there as well. When we do talk about Liverpool, Emily, I'll come back to that comment when we talk about them. But yeah, so Arsenal quite happy with their victory 4-1 against Leicester. But yeah, we'll go to Kai actually, because Emma said, where was it? Chelsea London City was actually dead boring. Managed to do some training while it was on. Sorry, Kai. So Kai, for you, I mean, it was another win for Chelsea. Must be nice, 2-0. But London City, they actually gave a bit more than I think I expected them to. So yeah, take us through the game. What was it like for you?
I thought the first half was really exciting from like a neutral perspective, because I think for about 20-25 minutes, Chelsea were on top. Like, obviously had a fast start, scored that goal, in the 6th minute, 7th minute. And then I think the thing that I really liked about London City was how they sort of did not lose their heads. They stayed in the game. And some of the midfield battles created all sorts of problems for Chelsea. I think around the 30-minute mark or so, they started pressing Chelsea high, which I was surprised they didn't do from the start, because, I mean, we know Chelsea sort of do give away the ball. They're a bit sloppy passing out from the back sometimes. So I was expecting them to press high from the beginning, which they did not do. And once they started doing that, obviously they were forcing a lot of errors. And yeah, so the first half was really exciting for me. I mean, the thing that I want to talk about from a Chelsea perspective was just this Russian roulette that's going on with the team selection. I mean, every day, every weekend, I see the team sheet and I'm like, hold on, who's playing where? Right?
Just what's going on? Yeah,
the formation, who's playing where? I can't seem to figure it out. Lucy Braun's obviously playing in that right-sided centre-back role in a back three. Yeah, it was all right. I mean, honestly, I've seen Chelsea play worse after an international break, so I won't complain too much. But yeah, London City Lionesses, there were some like really strong performances for me. I thought Freya Godfrey was really good, and her link up with Jana Fernandez on that right-hand side was really good. And Sangare, I think that's the player I wanted to shout out the most.
Yes, I was very impressed. Yeah.
I mean, she gave away the ball in the 2nd minute, and she obviously makes that block from an Erin Cuthbert shot, recovers really well, and then continues to play the game in a very, very disciplined way. For me, from a young centre back, seeing that was really good. And Aggie Beaver Jones as well. She didn't really get a sniff, to be honest. Partially because I think, Chelsea were obviously not playing really well, but also Sangare really kind of did not leave her side for the most part, and she had a job to do, and she did it very well.
She did. No, I'm really glad you said that, because that's one of the things I noticed through that match of, London City, for as much as we may mock, and we have some thoughts about them. They've actually got some really underrated players in that squad. If you look past like the key names they brought in, and Sangare, you're right, did such a good job, and frustrated Chelsea, which is quite nice, for a team to do that. Is something really special, and I do like how you said I've seen them play worse, and yet they still won 2-0. So.
With the Russian roulette formation, though, it looks like it was kind of a 3-6-1.
I have, you know what? Like Guro Wrighton was playing like an inside 10 of sorts. I couldn't figure it out. And honestly, like the midfield for me, because Wrighton was sort of cutting inside so much, and Baltimore was holding the width. Like obviously, in the first 6 minutes, Guro was very good because that pass she makes to Baltimore becomes the assist, right? Then becomes the assist that Baltimore puts in the cross. But after that, she constantly got bullied off the ball. I felt like nobody knew where they were supposed to be. There's a lot of chaos. Again, I think international break, but also I feel like there is definitely a lack of clarity among the players about patterns of play, as well as what their movement should look like. I feel like there's a lot of, because even in the midfield for me, for me, like, the midfielders, the three of them, I'm just going to talk about three of them, which is Nuskin, Walsh, and Cuthbert. They just grew in like at different points in the game, if that makes sense. Like Cuthbert was very good in the second half. Walsh was very good in the first 30 minutes. So there was no synchronization at all. Like everything in the midfield. And a lot of it also had to do with how well London City Lionesses sort of drew fouls as well. I thought Paris as well as Gayoro did a really good job at drawing fouls and also breaking up play. So yeah, I mean, rhythm partly because we can't seem to figure out a starting 11 that works, and partly because LCL were really good.
Oh, I like it. And Matthew saying, I think the formation is Hannah Hampton in goal, Nat and Millie at the back, and everyone else just on
Not
the
even
pitch.
Millie at the back, because she's the advancing centre back these days. So she's always the halfway line. I'm like, why are you there? Go back. Everybody go back.
Get where you should be. You don't have the pace anymore. Come on, get back.
There were too many teams who only play one up front, and Chelsea are the most egregious teams for doing this. They should play at least two up front.
Yeah.
Maybe not play 4-4-2, but definitely play two up front. With the amount of striking talent they've got, it seems wasteful to only use one of them.
Yeah, or at least find a system where you've got everyone on the same page to be able to set up more. Because you're right, it is about that synchronicity, isn't it? But Simon said that Chelsea don't look as good under Sonia as they did under Emma Hayes. Kai, have you got any thoughts on that? Have you seen that shift with the manager?
Absolutely, yeah. I think what you saw under Hayes was players playing with a lot more freedom for me, especially going forward. And the thing with Sonia is there's a lot of experiments happening. I don't know if it's going to culminate in something positive. I'm still hopeful, but it's really frustrating to watch because, as a fan, you want to watch good football. And listen, we've seen some terrible football under Emma Hayes. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that was wonderful football. But this has been going on since January for me. We've looked pretty rubbish since January. And I think the troubling part for me, as somebody who watches the league, is that we're experimenting so much and still we win. And I feel like that is rewarding bad behavior. That's what it is.
It's the buzz phrase of the week, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. But that's the thing, though. There's no consequence of, that went wrong. We got beaten 6-0. Like, there's no one out there to really go toe-to-toe to that certain extent.
Just wait for the end of the month. Just wait for the end of the month.
Can I just point out the entitlement of a Chelsea fan going, we've been crap since January, when last year they didn't lose a game in the WSL. And still
That must be
won
nice.
We've been crap since January because we only won the league going away, and we only got to the WSL semi-finals.
Yeah, we spoiled. I get it.
Oh, it'd just be nice to win something. Might be nice. But no, I love it, Kai. I really, really do. But yeah, Jackie's saying that, Hayes had prime Kerr and Kirby for years. Yeah, but Sam Kerr comes back on and scores the second goal, doesn't she, in stoppage time? So it's not as if Sam Kerr's past it. She's still there and still a threat, but the team's just evolved, hasn't it?
Can we go floaty lob, by the way, for Sam Kerr's? Can we?
Hey, take it away, yeah?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's all. I've not got anything to take away. Just naming it a floaty lob.
Oh,
floaty L.
Right.
Went out there, yeah.
They're floaty lob. There we go.
Floaty L.
Danny, would you like to go through a Thunder B and a floaty L for Kai, please?
Yes, Thunder Bastard, commonly known as a Thundy B in these parts. Goal from outside
for all ages.
Yeah, goal from outside the box, from outside the 18-yard box, that is, into the net, and it's got to come out and pass the 6-yard box because it's such a powerful shot. Equals a Thundy Bastard. Thunder Bastard. Yeah. Floaty lob, otherwise known as a floaty L, I think is basically just a lob, isn't it? And it's any strict rules.
It's a really satisfying.
Yeah.
It just hangs and just goes beautifully and then just dips.
Yeah.
And the goal has got to be able to make a couple of steps back and desperately kind of reach for.
Slow motion and never get there. Yeah.
Just to cover off as well, ding dong is anything other than anything above a 2-2 is a ding dong. And I'll remind the commentator from the Villa Everton game on that, please, who said it at 2-2.
Oh,
shocking, frankly,
absolutely appalling.
Not a 2-2.
Got to be 500 quid a game to get turns like that.
Exactly.
Right?
Awful.
Get it right. Awful. Crying out loud.
Got to be. I mean, personally, a good ding dong is a 4-3. Like that's a proper good ding dong.
Yeah.
If it's 4-3 or above, if it's a 7-goal thriller, that's a proper any 1-goal win over 3-3.
Oh, we can't say that anymore.
It's a different website, that one.
I mean, it's after 9 o'clock. It's it can be put after dark somewhere. But yeah, so Kai, if you ever. Yeah, we have nicknames for most things, Kai. So if you do hear something bizarre, please feel free to ask what the hell we're talking about. But yes,
yes, Simon is correct as well. A 2-2 is a Desmond, not a ding dong. Correct, Simon.
Indeed.
Yes. So a 2-2 is a Desmond.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or if you want to be
Simon,
it's an archbishop as well.
Yes.
It's an archbishop. Oh god, I remember learning about him in RE, and everything just made so much more sense from football lingo. So there we go. Now, so there were 2 games on Saturday. So thank you for that, Kai. That was fantastic. So 2 Saturday games. We had Chelsea 2-0 London City and Man City 1-0 against West Ham. So Danny, we'll come to you. This was a lot harder than probably Man City expected.
Yeah, I was going to say it was
against West Ham.
Yeah, I think they had to work for it, didn't they, City, in this one? They're nowhere near as convincing as it maybe could have been. Maybe Man City fans would have been expecting it to be a little bit more, but I thought West Ham dug in really well in this game. That they could have nicked something from it, sure, if they'd have taken their chances. Loads of good build-up play in the first half. It seemed like both teams were playing really well up until they got to the 18-yard box. Then they started to be like, well, what do I do now? Kind of thing.
Force field.
Yeah. Rico Uweki had a really good chance saved by Yamashita, fellow country person too, I believe. So that was West Ham's best chance. Really, both teams lacking that killer finish though. City did find it though, thankfully. Alba Firmino with a second goal in 2 games. Viv with some very Vivy work in the build-up. She just glides, doesn't she? And we talked about earlier about a battering ram. She's not a battering ram. She's more of a kind of ballet dancer, isn't she? She makes it an art form, the way she moves up the pitch. It's just it's still one of the most beautiful things in the WSL to see Viv in full swing. So she produced that, made it for Firmino as well. Fantasy point as well. Thank you, Alba, for that. Lovely finish. I think she's really coming to her. She's really coming into her own this season. I think I was really excited when she signed last year. As it does take quite a few people who come into the league, it took her a little bit of time to get settled. It's taken the injuries to get her back into the team again, but I think she's really taken a chance this season again. She's been fantastic. Stamping her authority on the team again. Viviana Asai hit the bar before half time. You always kind of get the feeling when this happens, when you've had a couple of chances, West Ham, you always get that feeling of, you've got to take them really against a team like Man City. And so it proved they didn't manage to get that goal. There was an absolutely beautiful free kick in the second half from Yui, one of our favourites. I've watched this free kick so many times because I just would have loved this to go in. Gracie Pryor hitting the bar with the header. The free kick is just a thing of beauty, as it would be from our Yui. She's going to get an R now. She's our Yui now, I think. Can we do that? Are we allowed to do that?
Is she an R?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are.
We're putting a hell of a team here, haven't we? We've got Courtney Brosnan in goal. We need a defender now.
Yeah.
Our court. Our Bri managing.
Our Bri managing, yeah. Our Yui in the middle. Oh, she is. I just paid to watch her, I think. We've said too much already about her, but she's brilliant.
Her and Needham are on the same team, like you said.
Yeah, it's
glorious.
Artistry.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's brilliant.
It's like having a silk duvet just dragged across your brain. It's like so beautifully soft.
I wondered where that was going to go there. Across your brain. Thank you. Right.
Maybe can they just maybe they just need to add Mouchon to level it out. Level it all out. But yeah, 6th win in a row for City. They've got there. The point behind Chelsea, still hanging on in there in the title race. Good to see a title race going on. Probably not for the Chelsea fans here, but they're still there. You still think City have got another gear to go to, though. I think that's the feeling I've got with City for a lot of this season, that there's still different gears they can go to because of the players they've got, especially in attack. West Ham, 7 defeats in 7, but I think there was some positive signs in this one. I think they'll be they won't be happy, but they'll be happy with the performance. I think Ryan Skinner mentioned it after the game that it's frustrating for them, and when they're coming away bottom of the league, having lost all 6 games of this season, for them to come away from Man City disappointed not to get anything, you can tell what kind of performance it was. And I think they've got enough in him to get out of it. I thought Fionn Morgan was brilliant. I thought she stepped up to the WSL really well from last season. She's a great player. I thought Anouk Denton as well at left wing back again up against Iman Benet, who another one that we picked out in the Euros, Benet, and I thought she kept her really quiet, actually, Denton. And that's a really positive sign for her as well. So I think West Ham are going to be fine. I think once they get that first win under their belt, they'll be rocking and rolling. Got enough about them, I think, still to get out of there, and they'll be fine. Don't worry, West Ham.
And it's a bit like Villa last season as well, wasn't it? They weren't playing badly; they just weren't. Something wasn't clicking enough to get the points rolling. So yeah, completely
nowhere.
Do you think Rhian Skinner's still in trouble?
I mean, I wouldn't send her anywhere, really. Send her anywhere? I wouldn't.
Send her?
I wouldn't get
rid of her. Put her in a big envelope.
I think they probably know what they've got with her.
They
know that she knows how to get out of this situation. She's got the experience. She's got the respect of the players. I think she's still getting a tune out of them, which is the main thing. You look at teams at the bottom of the league and you think how they're playing, what's their body language like. I think West Ham's body language and everything they're doing in the games is good enough for me still to think that actually a change of managers probably wouldn't help them at all at this point. I don't think it's a manager issue. I think it's just a bit of luck, getting a couple of results together, and they'll be all right.
I also think you've got teams have different expectations, and I think West Ham's objective is to finish 10th.
Yeah,
like that's not disrespect to their squad or anything. I just think that the way the club are operating at the moment, it's finish 10th.
Just don't get relegated. Yeah.
Which is an indictment of West Ham and the way they're treating the women's team. But in that environment, Rhian Skinner can operate probably a lot more safely than some other teams.
Yeah, no.
Big game this weekend at home to Leicester, though. That's huge for them.
Yes.
I also think these are the players that are there in West Ham are players she's signed. Because I remember last season they did sign about 10 players and a few this season as well. So I feel like, when you look at Liverpool, and Leicester, 2 teams around them, I actually think they're okay. They will be okay, especially considering how poorly Liverpool are doing right now. But we know that the January window also has a part to play, I'm assuming. But yeah, I think West Ham will be okay. And also, I mean, there isn't much of a jeopardy anyway. It's hard to get relegated, so it'll be okay.
I love that. You're like, it's hard to get relegated
I don't know.
from the Chelsea fan.
The vultures of the WSL 2 are going to be circulating in that playoff.
Hey, well, the WSL 2, I swear, the quality of the players in that league are insane. So
if we end up getting a Charlton
that
West
playoff
Ham,
spot,
yeah, imagine that.
I think Charlton would win, to be fair.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But it's
jeopardy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so exciting. So why don't we then? Paul, we'll come to you then for Spurs Liverpool, another team who are struggling, but injuries are playing a massive part. And just kind of, I know you'd probably say it anyway, but Mia Enderby, we really hope that she's okay. We're sending all our love there, because it looked like quite a bad neck injury the way she landed. So no one ever wants to see any injury, but it's scary, isn't it?
And it's a shame as well, because she is a player who has really struggled at Liverpool, not really perhaps through any fault of her own, but she's just been starting to kind of find her form. And obviously Liverpool have also lost Sophie Roman-Howe for the season, which is a huge loss.
And Marie Hobbinger, of course, as well.
And Hobbinger, as well. And it's just...
Is Kiernan back fit, or is she still injured?
Oh, that's a good question. Emily in the chat, you'll know that one. Liverpool. Back in training today. Was that about... Oh, wait. Who was that about?
That was about Enderby.
I think there was a delay in the comments. Enderby. Oh, that's good then. Yeah, let's have a look. Was Kiernan even named on the bench? Let's have a look. No, she wasn't named, unless I'm blind.
No,
which
she wasn't.
Could possibly be. No, she wasn't. Yeah, so she's still injured as well.
And this is one of those games where, on the face of it,
Nancy.
There you go. Here comes Nancy.
Nancy's entered the chat.
She has opinions. She'll make her out the stairs shortly. As a Liverpool fan, you might be hopeful, because they had equal possession with Spurs away from home, which obviously isn't always the case. Teams away from home not getting the possession, and nearly matched Spurs with touches inside the opposition box. Fairly close on shots and shots on target, and less offside as well, so they were more disciplined. And then everything else was fairly equal, but they still didn't do anything with it, because they're stuck with Gareth Taylor, and Gareth Taylor is shit.
Succinctly.
And the problem is that Gareth Taylor has all these great players. He has no idea how to use them. He has very little idea how to get them playing as a cohesive unit in the way that Matt Beard and Amber Whiteley have. And depth-wise, if you look at Liverpool's bench at the moment, and part of this is due to injuries, obviously, but there's nothing coming off the bench when they're behind, thinking, right, okay, if they need a goal, they can bring someone on. Because Spurs, if you look at Spurs' bench, they had Katinka Tangberg, they had Kit Graham, who was useful attacking, they had Martha Thomas, who were all useful providing goals. And Liverpool's bench was Jenna Clark, who, with all due respect to her, is never going to score a goal, because she's a big no-nonsense centre-back. 2 goalies. Sophie Lundgaard, who is useful but hasn't really shown prowess as a goal-scoring midfielder. Kirsty McLean, who isn't. Hannah Silcock, who's a centre-back. And the one who Emily keeps talking about, Amelia Simchak, who, It seems like she's kind of gone on loan there, and then Gareth Taylor's gone, well, I'm not going to play her because she's young and she's Polish, and I don't trust her. And
what way to say? But you think, she's this young talent from the Barca B team, and you just think, just give her a shot. Like, clearly it's not working so far. Just put her on.
If he's still there at Christmas, then the Liverpool board are guilty of dereliction of duty, because Danny was talking about the body language of teams, and Liverpool have already quit on him.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was thinking of that. Yeah,
they look like they've already quit on him, because he doesn't command respect.
No,
he doesn't pick and use a team that you look at and go, yeah, that will cause a problem. I mean, he's playing Kerry Holland on the right side of the attack, which is where Mia Enderby plays for a start. And yes, he's a bit stretched. And yes, if he was a proper manager now, he would be. Hello, Nancy. She agrees. He would be in the media, as certain other managers have been, saying Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world. In January, we need to go out and get a goal scorer.
Yeah.
And not a goal scorer, not someone from the bottom half of Liga or whatever, a proper splash-making goal scorer.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is, kind of thing.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Right, that's where we need to be.
Go and get someone like Noemi Molchon, who you could convincingly get, I think, from Leicester.
Yeah,
because
Liverpool, try, yeah.
They're Liverpool. They're one of the biggest clubs in the world. The brand name of Liverpool alone is going to shush Nancy. The brand name of Liverpool alone is going to pull players.
Yes. Because we've seen that happen with United, haven't we? They want to play for the name, they want to play for the club, play for the badge.
Okay, for the Skinner.
Well, maybe not that much.
But yeah, no, it's very much they could do so much more, and it's the fault of the club that they're not. And of course, with what Taylor's doing as well. Positives though, first goals for the club for Bita Olsen and Tokugawa as well.
Indeed. And it did really annoy me on one of the miserable down things. Tokugawa, when Spurs posted a clip of it on their Instagram, just all of the very questionable comments about, I thought Son had left. Because, of course, South Korean men and Japanese women look exactly the same. And
why are some people allowed the internet?
Yeah. And
why? It's not even funny.
It was just everyone making the same joke. And to be fair, Spurs, I don't know whether Spurs made a public statement, but there was a definite point made of, it's really disappointing to see Tokugawa score her first goal for Spurs and our own fans be idiots on the internet over it, thinking they're funny.
Yeah. Because she became the excuse me, she became the youngest ever scorer for the club and their only ever teenage goal scorer. So that should be in the headlights. That that should be the key bit. But of course, people think they're funny and think they need to comment, don't they?
And like I said, I don't know why Liverpool don't lean into the name, or at least look at if there are players like Chloe Sarwi or Lexi Potter or stuff like that at players like Chelsea. Turn around and go, yeah, come to us, you'll play. Like they did with Shimchak.
Yeah.
But then Shimchak isn't getting the minutes because Gareth Taylor's an idiot. Brutally put.
You didn't mention that before, yeah. So yeah, there's so much more that the team could be doing. And me too, Zach. Me too.
I
figured out what that was, by the way.
I wait with desperation for the episode where I am unaware of Liverpool sacking Gareth Taylor, and I find out. And I find out because you guys have told me.
Oh, so good.
Oh, that would be the best thing ever. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, that week we'll just tell you to just stay off socials, Paul, and then we can break the news to you.
Even if I know, we'll act like I don't. Just as a callback for the OGs.
Yeah.
On that game, by the way, Olivia Holt talk
Yes.
about Rolls Royce as well. What a game she had again.
Yes.
She's becoming one of the Spurs above Arsenal as well now, which is fun. Still above Arsenal.
Yeah, no. And they I was going to make a point there, and then I saw the comment of, I don't care about Liverpool. Well, we're talking about them, so coach, deal with it for the next few minutes. So
we'll talk about them some more.
Liverpool. In fact, it's the Liverpool show now. I'm not going to talk about anything else. It's Liverpool.
The Beatles, brilliant.
All the ways
welcome to the View from the Cop podcast, everybody. It's a totally wicked podcast. I don't know.
I've got some thoughts on Paul O'Grady.
Yeah.
What about Pixie?
Fantastic man.
The Merseyside Metro. What do we think about the changing the trains from yellow to National Rail?
Oh, we could go on, couldn't we? But yeah, so unfortunately, it did end 2-1. Beth England's goal. And Olivia Holt, wasn't it, who set that goal? Oh, no, it was Neildon, sorry. Neildon for Beth England's goal. But Holt did have a very good game. I do agree, Danny.
If we're going to send Gareth Taylor anywhere on Merseyside, he should get the bootle.
Oh, Paul.
Or send him to the deepest, darkest recesses of the cavern, and just leave him in the bottom of the cavern club somewhere. I'm just getting as many Liverpool references in as possible.
I was going to say you're going to a very deep Liverpool place there.
Maybe we can just sack him and he can just do a Reggie Perrin and leave his clothes on a Brookside or something. Guys, just there like I have no idea what's going on.
I have no idea. The references are just and it's too late in the night for me to try and figure it out.
I still say Brookside was the best one. Actually, if we're talking about Brookside, they should leave Gareth Taylor under a patio somewhere.
Brookside was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, Kai. If it means anything, we only get about 1/5 of what Paul's going on about, and we just laugh and we nod.
Can I just point out? I don't know whether you heard that, but I'm still. And Kerry is shouting from downstairs. I've just heard a really annoyed Ulster Scots. Kerry is my partner, Kai. Just had a really annoyed Ulster Scots voice shout. Will you shut up about fucking Brookside?
Not again, Paul.
Not again.
Hollyoaks did a Brookside crossover the other week.
I saw that on Gogglebox.
Just because you fancied Anna Friel, shut up. Honestly.
Kai, Brookside was a TV show based in Liverpool, which is why Paul's talking about it.
With the best soap theme.
Yeah.
Hey, people loved it. We won't have a bad word said about Brookside.
Jimmy Corkill walking through the motorway. Was it that one?
Jimmy Corkill? That's how you have to say it. Corkill?
All-time great soap characters. Anyway.
Indeed.
Anyway, so welcome back to the football podcast that we are doing. Not Brookside FC. Although
that's my new five-a-side team. If I have a five-a-side team on Merseyside, it's Brookside FC from now on.
You can have that. I'll have copyright 50%. Thank you very much. So this is how the table looks. I do have a quick rant about Villa, and then we will let Kai go to bed. So Chelsea still at the top with 19 points. City 1 point behind on 18. United 1 point behind on 17. Then we've got Spurs still hanging on in fourth, 15 points. Arsenal they're not in 14th place. No, they're not. They've got 14 points in fifth place. Then it opens up a bit further. London City in sixth, then Brighton, Villa, Everton, Leicester, Liverpool, and West Ham. The two teams still at the bottom with no points. West Ham, unfortunately, still having that minus 16 goal difference. So the two matches we haven't mentioned, just really quickly. So United probably had more of a battle against Brighton than they would have hoped for. Frank Kirby and Psyche getting on the score sheet. However, Skinner wasn't impressed and said, and I quote, "We allowed them to come back into the game. I don't think they earned it. I think we gave it to them." So that's what Skinner thinks of Brighton.
Just be quiet. You're winning games, Mark.
What a polar neck wearing brat he is, honestly.
Mark Skinner, with his face like a unexpected item in the bagging area. Go away, Mark. I don't know anymore.
He is a human unexpected item in the bagging area. He's the human equivalent of an automatic checkout.
He thought he'd escape this week, didn't he? Did you see his poppy as well? He'd moved his poppy to the middle of his thing so that everyone could see it during his interview. It wasn't just on his thing. He's put it right in the middle of his shirt.
Have we seen poppy discourses going on? Because
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Apparently Katie McCabe not wearing one is horrific because, of course, there is no reason whatsoever for a person from the Republic of Ireland to feel a bit awkward about wearing a poppy.
Oh, exactly.
Honestly, it just, discourse for discourse sake, because people are bored on the internet and don't know their history.
Doesn't this happen every year? This discourse keeps popping up every year, right?
It's getting louder.
This is the first time it's happened in women's football, because it tends to be the same few men's players who are usually Irish, who are usually very open about not wearing a poppy because of historical reasons.
Which it's fair enough. It's a choice. Like, as much as we've got the rainbow armband for the captains and stuff. As much as we'd love people to get involved and show that's a choice. So at the end of the day, there are things that you don't have to do. Because everyone else is doing it, especially when it is political and very, very, it's a delicate subject, isn't it? For those, Paul's got a very inappropriate joke, haven't you?
I'm now reminded of the greatest joke I've ever seen, which is there's an account that basically tracks the ridiculousness of poppiness, and it had a zip line covered in poppies, and the caption was just, lest we forget. And I was like, okay. But
God.
On the Brighton Man United game as well, before we move on, they played the brilliant Sussex by the Sea song before this game as the teams came out. Doesn't quite work when it's Crawley.
No, it doesn't.
Post-industrial wasteland by the sea. Crawley Stadium also has the weirdest press box ever. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Crawley Stadium, but when Coventry United played there,
the press bit, no.
The press bit is really, really weird because it's built at the back of the stand, and it looks like a drive-through. Like it's just got really, really small windows that open. And you sit in front of them, and I'm just kind of sat there going, I'll have a number 7, a number 14, and a number 23, please.
And make it a large.
Also, can we just point out about the amazing centre-back Maya Le Tissier screwing up for the second Brighton goal? Spectacularly.
I knew you'd bring that up. So I was going to say, Jess Park is having Jess Parker's incredible and played some incredible football. What else did I say that? I said Melvin Malar as well. Anna Sandberg, really impressive. Turlin brought the deadlock. Park for 2-0. Kirby gets one back. Lisa Nolsund as well. She's, getting some good minutes in. Make it 3-1. Psyche then gets another one, 3-2. Because unfortunately, Letitia, she did kind of let it get away from her feet, didn't she? Did she stretch and didn't quite get it? Was that the one?
She got a bit over comfortable with the ball in her own area.
I don't think she was expecting Seike to be there, did she?
Big Sam is there yelling, "Just get it away!" But yes, Anna Sandberg is very impressive.
She's
very impressive.
Good to see Hannah Blundell back as well.
Yes, after having her baby, great to see her back. So United the players. We really enjoy talking about because there's some fantastic players there.
It might be Skinner's year. Yeah,
Hey,
imagine what would happen.
The league's not over yet. Yes. Oh, can you imagine?
They're not lost yet.
Are they still unbeaten?
Yeah,
still unbeaten. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them and Chelsea. Hey, that's a good record to have. Very good. Very good.
Well, Skin is just going
right then.
back into a league title, and it's going to be the most
Imagine.
I wonder if he gets like a double polar neck for the final.
Oh,
just
it'll
gets
get-
higher and higher.
He gets a polar neck with a star on the collar,
Oh, a little trophy.
a little trophy.
Yes, a turtle neck
Right then.
made of a turtle.
As you can tell, Kai,
Turtle.
we don't like Mark Skinner much.
Oh yeah, it's the same on our channel as well. Don't worry.
That's good to know.
It's just so easy.
Yeah.
It's just so fun.
just a
That's what
really-
it is.
You know, to be fair to him, Chloe has sung his praises because he did really well after Matt Beard passed away, and he behaved.
Yeah.
He showed the human side that he just doesn't show enough of. He's
And
like
that's
there is a
yeah.
human.
We'd like him to do that more. Yeah.
There is a human in there. It's just drowned out by the massive wanker that he is the rest of the time. Like,
Well, we're always going to be so good. Right then, right. I will quickly go through Villa Everton, and then we will wrap up the WSL. Because I'm very conscious that we keep getting sidetracked. Right. Okay. So there was only one draw this weekend then, and it was Villa 3, Everton 3, which I don't think anyone would have thought that either team could score 3 goals at this point, never mind at the same time. So from the off, Everton started very well. And it was all Everton. Villa just weren't there. They just didn't come onto the pitch. Kelly Gargo, of course, getting the first goal. Really nice play between Gargo and Tony Payne as well, linking up very, very well. I know Emma said in the chat earlier, can we just forget that game never happened? Just a few points, Emma. A few points and I'm done. Now, I tried to get the correct pronunciation of this, and Georgie, my wife, who's a speech and language therapist, I looked at the transcription of it to get the proper bit. But it's not a sound that we have in English. So I had to go on the International Phonetic Alphabet to do it properly. Because everyone's saying Van Gool, and it's not Van Gool. It's like Van Gool. Okay. Yeah. So, and that is, of course, something we don't have in English. So I did double check. So she was very, very impressive. Did get a bit dicey. Sabs D'Angelo completely barreled into her at one point, but she was okay. It's all good. So Villa started to come into the game towards the end of the first half, of course, and this was a game of take your chances when you can get them, and they did. Georgia Mullet, because we've seen so many times, especially in games over the weekend, the chances are there and they're just not taken. But this one, it came from Rachel Maltby, again, really good youngster, out on the left, comes into the box, finds Moritz, who like chests it down, controls it really well, and it ends up coming off Georgia Mullet's thigh. And the quote from the commentary was, "She thighs it in" for 1-1.
I do remember
incredible
this
description,
because that's how I realized it went off her thigh. Because the angle on it was a bit weird on the stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
It's like, that's the body part. Thank you very much, commentator. So she thighed it in for 1-1, which is incredible.
She does look like a heck of a player, Georgia Mullet.
She's incredible.
Players who's just appeared this season.
I always picture
for a lot of people, she's just appeared. Yeah.
I always picture a household and her answering the phone in the style of Mrs. Bouquet and being like, "Malay residents."
That's what she is from now on. It's Georgia Malay.
Hello, Mrs. Mullet.
Georgia Malay.
Rest in peace, Patricia Veltridge as well.
Yes,
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I'm totally going to use that from now on. But yeah, Georgia Malay has been in and around the team. She came up through the academy, a youngster that we didn't want to lose. Obviously, went out to Southampton last season, and we thought, please let her come back. Like, don't sell her. Like, keep a hold of her. And luckily, she's getting the chance. Natalia Arroyo saying how she wants to bring the youth through, and this is her showing that. So so having Maltby and Mullet on from the beginning was incredible. So we then get second half, much better start. For the second goal, it was beautiful. It was so satisfying. So Vilm sends a long ball over the top, finds Mullet in so much space. She's now out on the right-hand side, looks up, sees Kirsty Hansen making the run in the box, gets the right hand of Ishikawa and scores for 2-1. And it was beautiful. It really was. And again, any Kirsty Hansen goal is beautiful. So yeah, so 2-1. So you thought, oh, can Villa do this? No, they couldn't. To answer your question. Everton then came level. It was a beautiful strike, and I can't really say anything against it. This was from Kitagawa this time. All of Villa's players were back, so they didn't really have that outlet. They were just trying to clear it, and it came straight back in for 2-2. And you just thought, okay, can we actually do this? There was a moment where I thought yes, because Ruby Mace, bless her, had such a brilliant game. She tried to clear the ball, but put it in the back of her own net to give Villa the lead for 3-2. And you thought, can they just hang on? No, caller, they could not. Now, Ramsey in goal for Everton, really powerful save. Again, Lucia Kendall, just the international break's done her the world of good. Playing so well for Villa this season. Her and Salmon linking up, come on substitute, did really well. Everton nearly equalised sooner because they hit the ball off the crossbar, and you knew that goal was coming. They were really pushing hard. Villa just disappeared, and that third goal, I've rewound it so many times because I still don't really know what happened, because I don't know. Just
musical
it was
statues,
like, yeah, like someone was like, right, bump. It was a bit like Moses passing the sea. There was just like this magical force field around Caligago. So for those who hadn't seen it, the ball comes in, and I think it's Wilms and Malin. They all kind of go up for the ball together. And instead of then coming back to protect the ball right in front of the box, they carry on going out of the box. So Caligago's got all of the space to go, I'll kick that on the goal. Thanks very much. And there's just no one. And a pattern doesn't move. No one else. Like, it was just this completely open force field for Gargo to take advantage for 3-3. And the frustrating thing was, it was in the final minute of stoppage time. And you just think, if Villa had just kept a bit more of a clinical edge, and they hadn't slacked off for those 30 seconds, they would have had 3 points. But no, I think if that was a loss, I think I would have been much angrier. But the fact that we still came out with a point after that, it's a slight silver lining. But yeah, I just
you just throw your body in the way. Just do something.
Yeah, literally, you've got 30 seconds left. Just get there, get in front of that ball to stop it, and just. Yeah, I didn't understand what happened, because I was like, oh, they're gonna, so I was making notes on it and it was going really well. I was like, it's oh, what? And you just saw everyone's reaction, especially Sab's, just the anger that came out of her. She was like, how have we let that happen? So it did end up being 3-3, but a point in this game where, points mean prizes, it's something. So really, really disappointing. And hey, away to United next week. So let's have a quick look at fixtures then, and then Kai, I promise we will let you go. So these are upcoming at the weekend. Now you might have noticed 2 are in green. That's because they're on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. So Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Villa are both on at 12 o'clock on Saturday. And then we've got the other 4 on slightly staggered times, as you can see. So we've got an 11:55, a 12, a 12 and a half 2. So there you go. So are there any games there that people are looking forward to that we think could be quite interesting, or indeed a test of this season?
Apart from the obvious one at the top.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why is London City 11:55? Is there a reason for
that? Is it on Sky, maybe? Is it to do with...
No, they're always on
broadcasting times. I have no idea.
To make
to
it
be
look
honest,
staggered, because it's complaining about it.
I know
the appearance. The
Maybe
appearance
it's
of
the only
staggered.
landing slot Kang's helicopter could get.
Yeah.
It's to coincide with
need
the
to check.
Death Star arriving.
Yeah. I actually think that's a really interesting game, London City against Tottenham, because Tottenham have been so good all season. It's how long can they keep going? How long can they keep this up for and stay in the top 4 and stay above Arsenal, I think this is a massive test. Like Kai was saying earlier, how well London City played against Chelsea. So it's going to be a massive test for Tottenham to come through that. If they can come through an away game like that and win, you kind of start to take them a bit more seriously, don't you? Because the more they pick up, the more you start believing in them, in what they're doing.
I think Emma sums up the vast majority of the WSL, which is excited to watch 5 minutes of LCL and then turn over to one of the 12 o'clock kickoffs.
I think it's going to be a good game, that.
Although to be fair, the 12 o'clock kickoffs are not exactly viewer pulling games at the moment, really. No. Although, Danny, you said West Ham versus Leicester was going to be a huge game.
Important, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. If West Ham are going to get points, it's going to be from Leicester, isn't it? So this could be the week they do indeed kick on.
I fear a Chloe meltdown for Everton Man City as well. So I think she's on press again, isn't she?
I think so. Yes.
I think
she doesn't do the breakdown in the media room.
we should mute the notifications on our phones for a couple of hours on Sunday morning. I think.
I fear for her, but maybe they'll pull something.
I fear for Chloe. Yeah, but that's the thing. Everton are playing well again. It's that thing, and we always say to each other, it's not that bad. But yeah, I think we just need to accept. Or Chloe needs to accept. City are good. City getting into a good rhythm, so it'll be a good test.
I do think Liverpool versus Brighton is interesting because last year Liverpool and Brighton were two teams very much on a par. So it'll be interesting to see. I fear for Liverpool if they are not on a par with Brighton now, because if they lose that game, particularly if they lose it convincingly, that will be the clearest signal yet of how bad the rot is. Because you've seen it because we've seen it against Leicester previously, we've seen it against London City was just a bad game, full stop. London City, Liverpool, and they perhaps can feel aggrieved about that not getting a point. But if they don't do well against Brighton at home, and we're into November now, so you can't have any Gareth Taylor. Oh, I'm still adjusting to my team.
Settling in,
Then there must be serious words had.
There needs to be, and like you said, if things don't change, then that does say huge things from the club as well. I have just double checked the 11:55. It is because of Sky. The 11:55 time slot prevents an overlap. Who are also broadcasting Premier League matches at 2 p.m.
So does that mean they don't have does that mean Arsenal? Oh no, Arsenal Chelsea's on Saturday. So
yeah, it's on Saturday. Yeah. So two big ones. I mean, United Villa, obviously best game ever. There is always some drama at United Villa, so watch that space for that one. So yeah, an interesting weekend indeed.
Do we have to suffer Sky, or do we have to deal with the BBC for Arsenal Chelsea? Which one?
For the Saturday games?
The Saturday game. Which level of bias are we dealing with? Are we dealing with Arsenal bias, or are we dealing with Chelsea bias?
I'll let you know. Hang on. It will be on.
Sky is Arsenal Chelsea.
Oh, Sky is Arsenal Chelsea.
Yeah, Sky Arsenal Chelsea. And Man United at the same time.
So that's the only thing. When Sky do a multi-view, it's great, but that also means you're trying to multitask and watch things at the same time when you don't want to. Apparently, Everton Man City. This is why we love you, Chris. Is on BBC Two on Sunday, so we do have some BBC.
That's a lovely post-roast game, that isn't it?
Post-roast game. Yeah, settle in to watch Everton Man City. Yes, I think we should all do that. Podcast featuring a roast.
It's certainly better than the 2 o'clock Premier League games. It's a wonderful aperitif, because Sunday afternoon sport for me is like usually 4 o'clock Premier League game and then NFL through until about midnight. So that's a lovely kind of
a long one.
Yeah, so that's a lovely kind of light ease in, a nice pleasant prawn cocktail.
A light taster for the afternoon. Oh, a prawn cocktail for the afternoon. Very good. Right then. As we wrap up our WSL section, Kai, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. It's been lovely to have you, but we will let you go to bed. And hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm glad. I'm glad indeed. Night.
Night.
Good night.
Remove Kai there. There we go. Perfect. Right.
Zach.
Right. Zach, you know we have.
Have you guys ever done a watch along? Let me tell you about summer 2025, Zach.
But for me, it was
every day
summer 2021, probably the speed that my TV was going at for some of them watch alongs.
Oh, God, yeah,
Williams has scored.
Danny's there like, why is the stadium half empty?
Yeah.
Why is everyone still wearing masks?
Also, so yes, as a straightforward question, Zach, yes. Yes, we have. We did the whole Euros. That was a lot of fun. And we do the occasional Champions League. We do, yes, we do.
We did the championship final day as well last season, which was a lot of fun.
We did. Yeah, that was lots of fun.
Yeah.
So yes, we do.
It's been a while. We need to do another one soon.
We do. We'll have a look at things
need to
upcoming.
Pick a game that isn't just going to have us yelling. Because Arsenal versus Chelsea would just have us all yelling at stuff. We need like a decent.
Yeah, but yelling's also quite fun. But yeah, we'll pick a match and we'll get it done. Yes, absolutely. Now then, so that was the WSL, and we had a couple of more newsy things to talk about.
Really?
Just a few. I mean, it was quite a quiet week, wasn't it, news-wise? So let's start with we've got two things to talk about. The first one being the FIFA Pro World 11 lineup that was announced, and the deep sigh already tells you everything you need to know. So this is the one, of course, that gets voted for by the players, so it should be really representative of what's going on in the world of football. Over 6,000 players voted from around the world. Okay, so it's not just a couple of people. England was the most represented nation in the 11. Shock horror. But more importantly, a good thing that's come out of this is the first time 2 African players have made the lineup. So Barbara Banda, of course, should have been 3. Barbara Banda featuring, at least Barbara Banda featuring for the second time, and Ghislaine Chebak making her debut as well. There we go. Players in the Saudi League. Now, so this was for the period between the 11th of August 2024 and the 3rd of August 2025. So again, a big chunk of time. And also, this is when you think, right, who was injured? Who are these votes going to be? So I'll just run through the lineup just so everyone's aware. And then we'll have a chat about it. So Hannah Hampton was voted in goal. Then we had Badger, Bright, Bronze, and Williamson in defence. Bonmati, Chebak, and Buteyas in midfield, and Banda, Kelly, and Russo in the forwards. Now, judging by the deep sighs from both of you, should there have been any changes to that? Danny, we'll come to you first.
Maybe a few. Firstly, like my biggest gripe is Temwa Chawinga not getting the respect she deserves yet again. And I know this is voted for by players, but some of the players in there that would have played against her, with her, I don't understand it. Constantly getting left out of World 11s, constantly lower down lists than she should be. She's been the top scorer in the NWSL for the 2nd year in a row, which I think only Sam Kerr has done before. She's taken Kansas City to the top of the table, to the Shield, broken all kinds of records along the way. She's scored against every single team in the league. She's got everything, and I've ranted on her before and shone a light on her before. The pace, the power, the finishing, I think is as good as anyone in world football. The way that she powers across the pitch, she is a phenomenon, and I just do not understand why she keeps getting missed out on these lists or these teams, or being put lower down in it. Like the Ballon d'Or, there was players above her. It's like how like if you've seen her play once, you think that is a superstar. She is an absolute star, and I don't get it.
The only theory that I can have, and it was exemplified with the horrific comment that Freya just removed is that there is a lingering wish to not vote for her because there's subconscious bias or something. Because, like you said, Danny, there is just no reason she should not.
There is no reason.
There is no objective reason
No.
she shouldn't be being picked.
No.
Whatsoever.
No, she's incredible.
Top scorer in one of the biggest leagues in the world twice in a row. It doesn't happen by accident, and it's not just the goals; it's everything. And I've got.
Yeah, it's not a fluke.
No.
Yeah,
it doesn't
she's proven time and time again.
She's just pissed off too many players by pegging it past them too much, and they've just thought, "No, I'm not having it."
But the most annoying thing, like you say, the most annoying thing, is now. You wonder even more why it's not the case because Barbara Banda has finally made it.
Yeah.
Into the World 11.
Yeah, so this is her second time in the World 11.
And that's because she's just battered down the door, basically.
Yeah.
Ghislaine
Until
Chabak,
she can't physically be ignored. Yeah.
I don't know why. With all due respect to Ghislaine Chabak, I don't know how she's made it as a player in one of the less cared about leagues in the world.
I honestly had to Google her. Yeah, I didn't know anything about her, which I know sounds really bad, but I genuinely never heard of her before. So for those who also don't know, so Ghislaine Chabak, she's a Moroccan professional footballer, represents her national team, and she also plays for Al Hilal in the Saudi Women's Premier League. She's 35. She's a forward. That's about it. That's all I know.
She's on blind date for the second there.
Yeah. And she likes long walks on the beach.
She's 35. She's a forward, and she's from Casablanca.
Of course, Cilla Black, one of the greatest exports from where?
From where? You can't talk about that. From Merseyside. From Merseyside. We can mention Merseyside.
I can mention Merseyside.
See, Emma points out, is it a Western world bias? Well, no, because there are NWSL players.
Yeah, so you'd think, if anything, there is such a huge audience for the NWSL, and so many players in the NWSL as well. You'd think that would have more.
Spread who they're sending this, or was it a digital link or something they sent, wasn't it? Or digital platform that they voted on. You would have thought that they just balance it out by putting it out to as many players as possible. So,
what fascinates me, even allowing for that, if people are voting based on stats, or if people are voting, people might be thinking, "Oh, I don't know as much about the NWSL, but I am curious about it." Again, Temwa Chawinga is going to get in through sheer knowledge and through sheer. If Temwa Chawinga was in the WSL, she'd make it. I'm convinced of that.
100%, yeah.
Because she'd have more influential friends.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And is it now a case of, because the WSL is so televised and there are so many eyes on the WSL as one of the biggest leagues, is that kind of where that focus shifts? Does that move? It shouldn't be a factor, but, would that actually help the case?
It's possible. There's a few in there of recency bias as well. That it's
Chloe Kelly should not be in there.
I don't think Leslie Russo should be.
No, we've seen what they can do, and they are very talented in their own individual ways. But if we're thinking about that time period, are we really saying that there's no one better than those two to fill those spots? And that's the thing, isn't it? Like everything that we've just said about Chawinga, like, come on.
Yeah, and it may not be. It might just be my frustration at not just this, but everything. Like all of these 11s and all of these lists and stuff. I think it's just kind of reached a cut-off point now, and it's getting annoying. Give her the credit she deserves, and give it other people as well. There's probably more as well that deserve to be in here and should be in there.
Yeah, I mean, we should totally because we make our underrated 11, don't we? So I think we need to have a bit of a play around and make sure that in fact, we'll just Chawinga. The whole 11, just every single position is done with Chewinga.
I was just trying to find the men's one, see if it was as ludicrous, because I'm not sure. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're making that World 11, then Hannah Hampton is in it. I think we've all agreed.
Oh, yeah, there's no issues with Hampton and goal.
There was no way anyone but Hannah Hampton makes that, whatever certain Spanish journalists think.
Don't reward bad behaviour, Paul. Come on.
Defensively, we're really putting 3 of that England defence in the 5th Pro 11.
I mean, I will always fight to the death for Lucy Bronze, but I
think she deserves to go in there.
I think she deserves to be in there. Millie Bright, not so much, because she was injured for a large chunk of it as well, wasn't she? So that's not anything against her. It's just
how is Ellie Carpenter not in there?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, have we seen Ellie Carpenter play? She's incredible.
It's very convenient that there's a right back and a left back that have got the formations looking like a formation as well. Like they're all asked to vote for one defender, one midfielder, and one striker.
It just happens to be
goalkeeper. The amount of votes didn't put in 3 right backs, for example.
Funny that, isn't it? Yeah. Because sometimes they put the actual numbers up, don't they, of who voted what?
I mean, if it's me, Elena Linari is in there.
Yes. Yeah.
For her performance at the Euros, if nothing else. And so she goes in probably ahead of Millie Bright, because Millie Bright is the easiest to leave out because of her injury, stroke, retirement, international retirement, stroke, stepping back.
Oh, so I've just looked at how the voting worked. So what happens is they choose 3 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 forwards. And obviously goalkeeper, with the 11th spot going to the next highest ranked player. So whoever that extra one is, they wouldn't actually say. It's then just into
Chloe Kelly.
Into that.
Sorry. If you get into a World 11 because you've scored 3 penalties when you're not even starting for your club team.
That extra one's got to be a defender then, hasn't it? Because if 3 defenders were chosen, but there's actually 4 in the 11.
I don't think Onabacha makes it. I don't put Onabacha in there.
I mean, I do think she's good. I would put Carpenter in over Badger.
Carpenter, Linari.
Still have Lucy Bronze in there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I saw you thinking about it then. You're like, oh, fine.
It was mainly because you whatever your views on the safety or otherwise of it, you've got to respect someone who will win a championship on one leg.
Yeah.
Literally.
Apart from anything else. And score crucial flying headers with a broken leg as well.
With a broken freaking leg.
Just
too good. Just really, really too good.
Who would you put alongside Linari at centre back? Because I'm running through defenders, and I'm trying not to be too Eurocentric, as it were.
I mean,
if you're talking about sheer terror, Tarsian, just because she is an absolute unit of it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because there's no South American players on there, is there? And that World 11, so it's not really a World 11.
It's not a World 11. It's a Barcelona, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spain 11 with token other players.
Yeah, literally Arsenal one. So that's our take on the FIFA Pro World 11, and I think what we will do, shout for Lynn Vilms as well, Emma. Yeah, I mean, Vilms is incredible.
I think the way you fix the 5th Pro 11 is you make it a World 11 by saying, right, there are, of these 11 players, 3 of them play in European leagues, 3 of them play in American leagues. Sorry, 3 of them play in North and South American leagues. So you have CONCACAF and CONMEBOL as another group.
Yeah.
And then 3 of them play or originate from Asia or Oceania.
Yeah. Yeah. And make sure, like, because I know they want to have, the positions filled, but for every bit, but why not just the best players from the world and every continent and just make it a team? It doesn't have to have a formation.
And you possibly say
make it the best players from there.
Yeah, you say confederation-wise, right? NWSL players and League of MX players, you vote for players in North America and South America and Central America.
So they vote for their own team.
So you vote for you vote for your own people who you play against internationally. Stroke club. More.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do it, hasn't there?
Or just don't.
Or just don't do it. I mean, I like what Lee Williamson said about, being voted for by your peers is something quite special because it's kind of the respect and that kind of thing. But then does it go one way into, what do the cool kids think?
It's very obviously hollow with that 11 because the players missing make it clear it's very obviously hollow in a popularity contest.
Yeah, which is a shame. So, yeah. Should there be a fan voted version where you have to vote for each continent and each league? I think that would be good. You can't just vote for everyone on the England squad. Right then. So what we'll do then, we'll go into the WSL 2 and then we'll talk about the big talking point, just so we make sure everything is covered. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So on to the WSL 2. I'll just get my little slide up. Hang on. Da, 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 da.
Goals.
Okay. Goals galore. Yeah, huge goals this weekend. And you know what? That top result there, Sheffield 2, Durham 1. I don't know what Durham were playing at, but hey, they've given Sheffield another 3 points. Now then, talking about this then, Danny, we'll come to you first. Because I mean that was probably the best game of the weekend, interesting wise, which was Southampton 2, Forest 3. I mean, what a win for Forest, because Southampton have been they've been on a good run, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, this is a statement win for Forest. Ding dong, confirmed. This is a ding dong. Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, we had Amy Palmer and Maria Edwards back for Southampton for the first appearances after long-term injury. A little bit of a subplot with Rachel Rowan, Viviana Leah going back to face Southampton after joining Forest in the summer. Really lively game. Atlanta Primus, daughter of Linvoy, by the way, for Portsmouth, which is excellent. She's been brilliant. No, she is actually. That's not a joke. Actual daughter of Linvoy Primus. She hit the bar in the first few minutes for Southampton. Pod favourite Ellie Brazil had a testing effort. Tested Emily Batty with a low shot. But it was Forest who took the lead. Naikari Garcia putting them in front with the tap-in. Chantal Boytelorca, who's I think is a great signing for Forest. She had a shot saved and Garcia put it away. Last kick of the half, though, Southampton equalised. Mary Bashford getting a little touch to a free kick to make it 1-1. And then after the break, it was both teams going for the win. Southampton took the lead with 20 minutes left. Jessica Simpson popping up again, not that one, with a header, putting them in front. She's got a few this season. But Forest turning it around in the last few minutes. Charlie Wellings off the bench. How about
Charlie Wellings? Yes.
Substitute appearance, scoring twice to dramatically win it for Forest. And she scored a first one to make it 2-2. Lovely finish. I really liked, and this is probably a little bit of a signal of intent from Forest. I loved how she got the ball out the net and started running back to the centre circle with the intention of winning the game. Like, you don't get a lot of promoted teams that come up, especially going to a place like St Mary's to face Southampton, and then equalising and thinking, but they'll probably think, oh, that's enough. We'll hold on now for 2-2. She grabbed the ball. She went back. She's like, no, we're winning this game. And that to me says a lot about the mentality of Nottingham Forest, about how they've come up.
100%.
Because she scored a very similar goal to make it 3-2 as well a few minutes later. Came on in the 82nd minute, scored in the 84th, scored in the 86th. You don't get much better substitute appearances than that. And obviously Carly Davis was really pleased with that substitution after the game. But yeah, massive win for Forest. And they're 4th in the table. 3 wins from the last 4. Above Southampton, who dropped to 5th.
Massive.
Southampton are the highest scorers in the league with 18, I think it is. They're really phenomenal attacking talent they've got in the team. I mentioned Abby Ferguson a couple of weeks ago, Michaela McAloney, Ellie Brazil, Primus. Such good attacking talent, but they've got to start tightening up at the back, otherwise they're not going to get anywhere. Great team to watch, but so if you want a ding dong every week, pop onto the YouTubes at about 2:00 on a Sunday and stick Southampton on, because they're really entertaining to watch. As is the WSL 2 Championship anyway. But Forest, very, very impressive, and what a substitution that was.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think Carly Davis was saying as well, wasn't she, about Charlie Wellens not having as many minutes as she might have liked, but that she's been patient and she showed what she can do in those areas. Very, very impressive. Also Nahikari Garcia, she goes back to Denver, another one of the USL teams, in at Christmas. I think she's only on loan till Christmas, but what if she could stay for the whole season? That would be incredible for Forest.
It would be.
Another bright spark up front. But massive.
Well, again, signal of intent that win.
I think Forest now, because now they're sat just outside the promotion potential places. You can't really say promotion places because obviously 3rd is a playoff. But they're poised there, just outside the promotion battling places. And honestly, like you say, they might be losing Nahikari Garcia, but now with the way Forest have invested, they are the antithesis of a team like Liverpool, in the sense that I think in January, if Carly Davis were to turn around and go, right, we need a goal scorer from the WSL on loan, or a dissatisfied quality striker to find us into those promotion places. Mr. Marinakis, as he is referred to, of course, from men's football. I can see him investing.
Be interesting.
Which
really
it feels like this season, especially, isn't it? It's now that this is the only season I think where there's going to be these 3 places up for grabs, like the 2 and then the playoff. Just go for it. They're in that position now. You just think, go and have a prop while you can. Go and get like a Shania Hales or something. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Don't be a wall.
So you're going to say Shania Twin?
Get her as well. Get her in. That might not impress anyone too much. But...
There we go.
Very good. Very good.
There's going to be players though, because Martha Thomas isn't getting that many minutes for Spurs, for example. That's just one thing out there.
Yeah.
And then you go and look at some of the names sitting on WSL benches and go, if
there's an opportunity to play,
there's an opportunity to play and
get promoted and get that glory,
be at the top tier, then a lot of teams are going to look at it. If you particularly, other Midlands teams, Villa, Leicester, those kinds of teams, Forest would probably make sense to just go and have a word and go, well, you're not playing her.
Yeah. I think that the issue becomes, though, now with this playoff is Forest get to 3rd and they've got a lone striker on loan from, say, Leicester, and they play them in the playoff and they're not allowed to play, and it becomes a bit of a weird one.
So they're going to have to buy, ideally, really. And like you said, really chuck money at it and go, right, let's do it. It's our season. Why not get promoted back to back?
So much fun, even more fun to this league, doesn't it?
Things like the A-League. Players like, maybe not Signa Upset because she might be a bit high, but players in the A-League looking at names like Holly McNamara. Forest just go for it and go, right, okay, 23-year-old, she's not really that known on this side of the pond. Here you go, Holly. Here is a decent chunk of wages for a team. We want you to be the player that fires us into the WSL.
Yeah, let's see what you can do with it.
Come and join us for half a season.
I like it. No, I agree. I think they're gonna, hopefully they do something big in the winter window, and really push on. Because they're doing some very, very good stuff with what they've got so far. Bought well in the summer, as we mentioned in our transfer shows, and it's exciting finally. Because unfortunately Ipswich, they've come up, haven't had the best run. Lost to Newcastle 4-1. Which was really frustrating because their first half, I really thought they could have done something a bit more with it and scored. I mean, probably one more for definite. But yeah, unfortunately, just fell apart in that second half and let Newcastle run riot. But yeah, it's just you want newly promoted teams to succeed, and I'm glad Forest is. They're really going for it.
And Ipswich aren't cast adrift by any means, are they either? So, we've seen they've got a result in.
No, exactly, yeah, and they've got points, which is the big thing, yeah. Because I know it's
mental. Palace are right down.
Because if there we go. Yeah, so Ipswich still in the bottom, but they've got 4. Portsmouth now off that bottom spot as well with that win at the weekend. And Palace, again, underperforming. But Jo Potter was quite, not angry, but she was like, we need to pull ourselves together. Like, we need to stop doing this because this isn't kind of who we are. Like, we know what we need to do. We need to get points and we need to be better. Graham's, heartbroken, of course, over that. But yeah, Joe Sheehan.
Are you saying that Potter needs to find the magic? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, wow.
It's late. It's 10:30.
I am. They need to find some magic. No. Won't go there. It's not that late. I'll make that joke. But yeah, so Palace know full well that they should be winning, and they should have beaten Portsmouth. However, lucky Portsmouth. Well, actually, no, not lucky. I'm going to take that back. They deserved their 2 goals. I know, yeah. I took it back straight away, Danny. I took it back.
You
did. Because Jessie Gale, on loan from Arsenal, got the winner there in the 90th minute. So it really was down to the wire. And only their 2nd win of the season. So well done to Portsmouth, indeed. Annabelle Blanchard getting the goal for Palace. So I was just going to say, I don't know. I've completely lost my train of thought now.
Are we glossing over Sunderland versus Bristol City because it was a horrific start?
It was fine. I'll talk about it.
I was going to talk about it for you. I was going to.
Oh, were you? Oh, go on then.
I was going to take the stinginess away from it.
Go on then.
Because
Sunderland 2, Bristol 4.
It was a horrific start. They were 3-0 down inside the first 25 minutes. Claudia Sayers scoring at the right end, which is rare for her. She led the WSL in own goals last season.
It was a very good goal, though, annoyingly, for Sayers.
Gemma Lawley scoring after 18 minutes. So 2 centre-backs for Bristol City. And then Lexi Lloyd-Smith, who podcast favourite.
Yeah, we all know what she can do, yeah.
Scoring the 3rd one there. And then Sunderland made it very interesting because they scored 2 goals in 3 minutes at the end of the first half. And you thought...
They did, yeah.
Hello, Katie Kitching. And the scariest player in the WSL, Mary Corbin.
What a player, Mary Corbin is.
Corbin, ironically, drifting in from the right.
Nice.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good indeed.
She needs to recreate that meme. Every match day, she just needs to walk into Appleton and go, right, we're back. And we're ready to do it all over again, just every single time.
Brilliant.
Like, just do it for.
Need to.
There you go, Scary Mary, for the very narrow. Or maybe she could kick the camera to do it. Like, just casually kick a doll with a Newcastle shirt in the head, like all the way through. For those
I love that you
don't
preface
know,
that with casually.
well, for those who don't know, Mary Corbin has 2 kickboxing world championships. Is she still holder of both of them, or has she had to kind of sort of given them up because she's playing football more?
Because no, I think she's still involved. Yeah,
she casually held 4 European Championship and 2 World Championships. Not 1, 2 World Championships of kickboxing. So you wouldn't go into a 50-50 with her, would you? Let's be honest.
Just like, no, you take it.
There's a reason she's called Scary, and it ain't just because of the rhyme. But yeah, and that, I believe that was her first pro goal as well.
Well, it's definitely first of the season, so it would stand to be first pro goal, I think. Yeah.
And then just nothing really happened in the second half. They just couldn't make a breakthrough. And Emily Syme, 88th minute.
Yeah, that was frustrating because very closely Johnson was brought down in the box. You just think, why have you done that? Why you didn't need to go in for that tackle? You knew you weren't going to get the ball. But yeah, Syme converted very annoyingly for the 4th. But it was tight-ish till that point, because Sunderland, we know, can always have a late winner, a late comeback. So you thought maybe they could do it. But yeah, unfortunately, if you give a penalty away, it makes it a bit harder.
It was a pen-filled afternoon because, like you said, Sheffield United versus Dom, there were 2 penalties in that game, 1 for each side.
Yes, 2 in the second half. Yeah,
2 in the second half. There weren't any, surprisingly, in Newcastle versus Ipswich.
Now, annoyingly, again, some really good goals in that Ipswich Newcastle match. Yeah, so Jordan Nobbs actually getting more playing time now, back from whatever injury she had. She assisted Shania Hales for the first one, and that's how it ended. It was only 1-0 at half-time, so that's really positive for Ipswich. Hales then tapped home for 2-0 just after the restart. Robertson got one back for Ipswich. Mannion, so that was slightly controversial for Newcastle fans. Mannion thought she'd cleared it off the goal line, but the linesman was like, no, went over. So it was 2-1. Newcastle's third was unlucky because it bounced really awkwardly for the keeper and then hit off the post and went in. And then Lumsden assisted Murphy for the 4th one. And only Newcastle's second win. And I feel like because they're floating along quite nicely, and they've got, a decent-ish amount of points. So yeah, I was surprised that was only their second win. Yeah, but again, it's these teams that you think, oh yeah, they're doing all right, and then you actually look at it and you're like, oh, actually, it's only their second win of the season.
Speaking of teams doing all right, it's the one Graham's been waiting for.
I was just going to say first before you go into Birmingham Charlton, the Sheffield match was really interesting because Amy Andrews had a really good game, and there was nearly a fight at the end, which was quite fun. If anyone else saw it.
Was it?
Yes, it was. It was really funny. So Durham scored their penalty, and you could tell the frustration was building because we know what Durham are like. A very, very feisty bunch. So Beth Heppel, or Hopple, as my autocorrect has changed it to, which is quite fun. She then runs to get the ball. O'Rourke is having none of it. So she comes flying in, shoulder barges Beth Heppel out the way. And then I can't remember who else comes in, but they push the Sheffield keeper down. Rogers. So Rogers gets pushed down, and then they just start having a barney in the goal mouth, and it's really fun. And about 10 of them got involved until people had to stop and say, no, come on, you're being ridiculous now. But yeah, just pent up frustration, and it escalated so quickly. It was.
I'd love it if that's how it went down as well. Someone just pops over. Sorry, it's getting a bit ridiculous now.
Can we stop?
Excuse me. We are ladies. Please stop this.
If it's Sheffield United, it'll be a proper Yorkshire. Right, stop bloody mucking about now. Getting bloody ridiculous.
Blow the whistle. Get back.
Go on. Acting like you're out on an Ilkley Moor bar attack. Get off.
Acting like you're the big one. But yes, lots of frustration, but no one was hurt, so we'll just put that in. just to put it up.
You get enough really big bollocks with the men. We don't want you guys to start acting like, I don't know, Felicity Big Fanny or whatever. Just getting on with it.
Sorry.
I don't know. I was trying to think what the equivalent.
Felicity Big Fanny.
I don't know what the equivalent for Billy Big Bollocks is.
I was saying, I got you.
And I was like, saying Billy Big Bollocks for women is probably transphobic or questionable or whatever. And I probably dug a bigger hole, but it is 10:30 at night. So, yeah.
Can I just say, I was laughing at the initial that you've come up with it, and then Danny, it was just your repetition of it, like 10 octaves higher.
Felicity Big Fanny.
We don't agree with that in the workplace.
Felicity Furious Fanny. There you go. You can have three Fs. I don't know.
Oh, dear.
I don't know why I came up with the word Felicity as well.
Just why you went, I'm going to go with F, and that's going to go. Before I forget as well, the best bit of commentary, I know we usually say about commentary is awful, and there was some awful bits with pronunciations, but the best one, I want to call it out, it was on the Southampton Forest stream, and the guy that was commentating it opened with, the clocks may have gone backwards, but who will step forwards?
Yes.
And I was like, yeah.
I enjoyed that immensely, yeah.
That is Peter Drury level.
Yeah.
That is superb.
I was just like, yeah, that's a cracking bit. So yes, Paul, Birmingham 0, Charlton 1. Charlton still unbeaten, I think, in 18 games now. And
that is
massive.
I think that is a potential season-defining win for Charlton, because they are now 4 points clear at the top of the WSL. 2, he said, pausing for appropriate. But yeah, because they're 4 points clear now, we know how close the WSL 2 is.
Yeah.
And we know how nip and tuck it is. So for a gap like 4 points, might as well be a chasm.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's a huge gap by WSL 2 standards. And also, crucially, it's a gap pulled out that Birmingham City can now not pull back by beating them, if you like. In that they have to beat them in the return leg to pull it back. It's not one of these. They've pulled out a gap, but it can easily have a 6 point swing when they play each other because it's
it is done.
Because it's done, and it's a very tight win. Katie Bradley after 7 minutes, and then nothing. Birmingham had 74% of the possession and 22 shots to Charlton.
I thought you were going to say 74 shots there. It's like 74 shots. But yes, sorry.
Oh, Birmingham visit the Valley on the last day, right? That's our live watch sorted. Zach, there you go. You ask about live watches.
Oh,
put that in your diary.
Oh, that's going to be an incredible match.
Also, that's amazing. It's like when Danny leans forward, he's staring into my soul. Can we just? No, Danny, you can just time it.
It's just all at once, all of us just like, hello.
It's me trying to see things that I've written down. I can't see it.
I'm just amazed, actually, with the eyeliner. That's amazing. Yes, that's very.
You're very happy with yourself.
That's very Hellraiser, isn't it?
But the commentator for Bradley's goal, though, he wasn't getting excited about it because when it didn't look like it would trouble the keeper, and he was really like, oh, "It's gone in." He was so shocked.
But it is one of those. They catch you out when you're commentating, but after 7 minutes as well, you can't react about how big a goal. You don't realise how big a goal it was. It seems silly after 7 minutes to go, how big a goal could that be in the WSL 2 title race
You wouldn't expect that to be a winner. No.
No, not
at all.
But yeah, it's
mad that
it's a monumental win away from home. I mean, Birmingham had 29 touches in the opposition box.
I thought Bex Holloway and Sophie Whitehouse were going to have a fight at one point. Because the amount of times Bex Holloway was like, "No, you're not having the ball. I'm keeping it. I need to score it. I need to do something with it." Yeah, and then fell on top of her at one point as well. And you just thought, "Is that going to kick off?" But yeah, Sophie Whitehouse was incredible during that match. Really frustrating, Birmingham.
By all metrics, Birmingham should have won that game. Like, statistically, they had 73% of the possession. They outshot 22-4. They ridiculously outbattled Charlton in the air. More corners, more shots on target. Although 11 of their shots were from outside the box, which is possible as a thing. Like pass accuracy, 81% to 50 in favour of Birmingham. And
yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
It, like you say, no, it just doesn't make sense. Successful final third passes. You know, now we're going to really nerdy stats. But successful passes in the final third, 128 to Birmingham, 17 to Charlton. Like that is
it just
that's an absolutely insane stat. But, you know, if you look at all those stats by themselves, you're not thinking, right, that's a 1-0 win for the away side, are you?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
And 2 goals conceded all season. That's what they're all about.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And Karen Hills as well, like in her post-match, she was like, we had a plan. We knew what we were going to do. We knew we wouldn't have much of the ball, but we knew exactly what we had to do to stick together, and we did it. And Amy Merricks talked about it being quite a sour taste after it, quite a bitter one, because she was like, we did so well and we had so many chances and we couldn't do anything with it.
Birmingham will play far worse than that and win.
Yeah, 100%. And there was a penalty that they called for that wasn't given, but it would have been soft, I think, if it was. But yeah, you just think so many things could have been so different to change that, and they just couldn't find a way through.
That says park the bus. That wasn't parking a bus. That was building the bloody Maginot line. That was. There were pillboxes on the edge of the penalty box. All sorts.
Yeah, there was no getting into that goal at all. Yeah, and like we said, Sophie Whitehouse, save of the season in the second half. Yeah, she was just everywhere. Like that ball wasn't going in at all. And to keep a clean sheet as well against Birmingham was mad. So yeah, very, very impressive. Yeah, I do apologise to Graham. He did send me his match report as usual. But I finished work at 8:15. So I read it quickly and went, hang on. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to read it properly, Graham. I do apologise. But
is it more eloquent than just yes? Like
honestly, Graham, I know I keep saying that and I haven't done it yet, but these are like website worthy because they're literally so it's proper like.
Oh, that's a yeah.
Yeah,
it just goes on and on.
It's a proper good match report, yeah.
I have commentary notes for WSL games that are nowhere near that long, right?
But yeah, it's really, really good, and it shows. And this is what we love. Like we've said it before, but just like kind of inspiring people almost like really get into their local team and be kind of proud to report on it and proud to represent it, which is incredible. So we do love you, Graham. Do appreciate you.
WordPress is your friend, Graham. I'm just saying. Like a decent punny name, which I'm sure you can come up with, and then literally just have it as Charlton match reports.
Yeah. Well, I've said to him he can have Graham's Charlton Corner on my website, and we can have Charlton represented, as they should be, Charlton Corner. Copyright Me, no one steal it.
I'm not sure that's how copyright works. I think you have to.
Totally is. Claimed it.
Yeah.
Claimed it. No takesy backsies. All mine. Thank you very much.
That's it. Yeah, you got it now.
Shotgun.
Okay, yeah, shotgun. That was on something I watched recently. That's not something I would have said. Oh God. But yeah.
It feels very Brooklyn Nine-Nine, that saying. I don't know why. It feels like something that would sound there.
It means something very different in certain parts of the world.
The Rookie. I think it was on The Rookie. I was watching that.
Okay. That's similar then, yeah.
No, yeah, similar thing. Yeah, exactly. I declare copyright. Yes. Me. It is my what's it called when oh no, it's too late to think of words. No, I was thinking it's like it's not
Michael
intelligent
Scott in
copyright,
the office, but it's copyright, not bankruptcy. You just walk out of the front door and go, I declare copyright.
And that's how it's done properly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. So yeah, I think, have we talked about everything? I think we have. So yeah, so massive results there. And next week we've got Durham Newcastle. Another Northeast derby. We've got Bristol City versus Ipswich. We've got Charlton versus Southampton. Crystal Palace versus Sheffield. I think that's going to be a big one for Palace to get back into it. And of course, Sheffield's coming out of the woodwork with all these points. Sunderland, Portsmouth. Sunderland better not start like they did last week. And then, so there's one in green on here, and I think
it's Monday night, isn't it?
So Chris,
it might have been Chris.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Monday night.
Yes, it's Monday night.
What a treat!
So, Forest Birmingham, 7 o'clock on a Monday.
Yeah,
that is incredible.
I do hope that's because it's on telly.
No, it's just on WSL YouTube.
Yeah,
but there's
like you say,
if you ever need an excuse to watch, to watch WSL 2, this is a great sort of Monday night. Nothing else going on, is there? Maybe Corrie's on. I don't know. Nothing else important's on. Get it on. No, that's going to be an absolute barn burner.
Barn burner. So I can confirm. I love it. It's because it's the rescheduled date of Monday, the 10th of November. So there you go.
I mean, the competition is the competition on telly is Cheltenham Town versus Notts County in League Two. So there's no.
Well, there's got to be
no competition. Come
on,
got
to be this one, hasn't it? So yeah, so on Monday, I quite might like football.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they did that now and again. Just shove another one on Monday night.
Yeah, well, they've announced Liverpool Villa's rescheduled one for a Thursday.
Oh.
But in December, it's like Thursday, the 11th of December or something. So I think that means it's going to be like Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, which is a bit grim.
Bono's forgotten it.
Potential Monday night watch along.
For the Thursday
I
night.
work till 8.
No, yeah, we're using your telly, Danny.
Yes.
Yeah, we're all coming round. We'll bring snacks, don't worry. Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'd have to join you for the second half because I work till 8 o'clock. But yeah, we could totally do something like that. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, some good fixtures coming up this weekend in the WSL 2. Right. Any more about the WSL 2 before we get into the big talking point? Emma's probably asleep by now.
You'll have to watch it back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, she'll watch it back
on the way to work.
But yes, anything else before we move on?
Nope. Back shit as ever. Lovely. Love it.
Okay. So the big talking point then that we know we've kept you long enough. We will put a timer on Paul. We won't let him run complete riot. But essentially the big talking point here is Mary Earps's book, of course, and how it's been handled is the main thing that we wanted to come across, because obviously if you're releasing a book or you're going on tour, or you need to promote it, don't you? So people release either a song from the album or they release snippets of the book, and unfortunately the two big things that her management team, I'm assuming, shorts to release, where the one part about where she reveals that she's in a very happy same-sex relationship, which is fantastic. That's just being open, and she feels safe and proud enough to share that with us. That was fantastic. The other bit, of course, is this discourse, and really that's the bit, of course, that people are having the reaction to, which is her issue with fellow goalkeeper Hannah Hampton. And it's got such a huge backlash from across the board. I think I've only seen a couple of people kind of in support of, well, that's her story, she should be allowed to share it. But Danny, if I come to you first, it's being blown out of proportion to some extent. I don't think Mary herself, because she said on Instagram, didn't she, this is blown up way more than I thought it ever would. Yeah. And some people have then reduced it to, oh, it's Team Mary versus Team Hannah, but it's not that black and white, is it? So what was your reaction when all of this
Twilight
kind of hit? Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Yeah. Well, Gareth Gates against Will Young. I think. Where do you start with it? I think you kind of need
that's
to.
The thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think you need to be, in general, a little bit careful. Like Mary was saying on Instagram, of completely pulling someone down. We don't want to do that. It's not anyone's intention to do that. And to understand that when extracts are sent to newspapers, it is via the agent or the management team. They've picked out what they want to be circulated, right? So that's. I feel like in a lot of ways, Mary's been really badly represented for this.
Yes.
And in general, since probably as well. I think there was a good point raised as well. I can't remember who raised it, about things have been exacerbated by the agent and putting her in a really difficult position. Having said that, I think if you kind of look into it as much as we're going to, and as much as you can from what we have got in front of us, I think it's not a good look at all. No. Firstly, don't come for Hannah Hampton at the minute. It's not good, not the wisest of things. No. She said about her, didn't she, that her behaviour behind the scenes had frequently risked derailing training sessions and team resources. I just think for women's football especially, there's a pride usually, right, in the fact that players don't bring each other down. Especially players who are goalkeepers as well. There's a goalkeeper union that happens. It's a specialised position. It's a really tricky situation with goalkeepers. For the national team, especially when you're in such a big spotlight, it is going to be difficult because there's one position. You're in a specialised place. You're competing with one another. But we saw in the last Euros when Hannah Hampton made a save, when she pulled out saves in penalty shootouts, the goalkeepers running straight for her. The union that they're giving around to the 3 or 4 of them are in the squad, really coming together to support her, and that's the way it should be. Mary, I think, said she mentioned things about a few years ago when Hannah was dropped out the squad, didn't she? She apparently she'd had troubles with England and the attitude problems that were mentioned, I think, by Serena as well at the time. Fairly. I think to bring them back up now is not the best thing. She's obviously gone away. She's thought about what that behaviour was. It's not whatever, we don't know. And this is the thing about it. We don't know what's happened. We don't know what's been said. We don't know what this behaviour is. But she's come back and she's become this inspirational figure by just knuckling down. Like, she's not had to
prove herself.
Not had to prove herself, but she's not had to, or felt like she's had to create this sort of personality around it either. She's gone about it quietly with a lot of poise, with a lot of quality, by just being a brilliant goalkeeper, by not wanting to create a buzz around herself. I think she's come back and really settled in and played so well for Chelsea, and she's gotten it on merit. There's no question about that at all, that she's got there because she's potentially the better goalkeeper at the time. And at the time of when Mary was having all these discussions and there was all this debate about what the crossover, and she's now got ahead of Mary, I think it was valid for her to be in that position. But then there's all these comments from the book about, Mary saying she thought she had different ideas of what a teammate should be. I think there was a misalignment of values, she said. And I just think that's just that little bit of murkiness that I don't like. That fact that she had to put it out there in the book. I know, like publishers and stuff will want all this kind of drama about the book and about, you know, wanting to put stuff in there that's sensationalize it and all that kind of stuff. But I just think it's not it's not good at all. I think to bring a fellow professional down like that. Hannah got the second chance. She was given a second chance by Serena. Again, like I said, valid. And it feels like Mary just wanted, with these words that we're seeing, the only ones that we've seen. I haven't read the book. I don't think any of us have read the book in full. We can only go on that. To want to keep punishing her for things that happened a few years ago. And I think it's raising issues from the book that you didn't need to, because I think there are other extracts that have come from it, like you said, that have been really positive about the fact that she wants to talk about a same-sex relationship. She wants to talk about how she was bullied as a young player. Coaches, she needs, like, all that kind of stuff that her coaches were saying about her. I think it's really important to say, and really important to come out and say that, and criticize coaches who were criticizing her for her weight and things like that, and how she was low during lockdown. What mental state it put her in. I think it's really important to talk about these mental health issues, and that sort of stuff should have been coming out, for me anyway, of the book as the most important.
That should have been the focus.
That should have been the focus of it. That should have been the things that come out and say, right, this is a really important story to hear. Now we're just hearing stuff about Hannah Hampton, and I just think it's completely unnecessary. It's very, very murky, and I don't like the stuff that's come out. And again, there's a bigger picture to it all. We've got to say that. There's a huge whole book of context to put it in. But I think it's blown up, and you feel for both of them. I think I feel for Mary of how she's been advised. I feel for Hannah by what position it's put her in as well now, from how she plays and stuff.
And that's exactly it, Danny. And it's very much, there are so many things. And I think one of the comments that Mary herself made was, but I also, I praised Serena, I praised Hannah, I said all of these lovely things, but people do what people do, and they focus on the negatives, and they focus on, there's the drama, there's the chaos, there's the clickbait stuff. And that's the stuff that's been, grabbed onto and sensationalized. And now, as Emma said there, on TikTok, it's very much, we stand with Hannah, we stand with Mary. It's not.
This is what it gets blown into, Yeah.
And it gets, and, as Zach says, anytime there's a book involved, it's about selling things, and people get thrown under the bus to do that. And I'm sure Hannah Hampton's came out and said, I don't like media. Like, I don't like doing it. I'd prefer to just, like you said, like, knuckle down and get on with it. And the issues that they're talking about, and I think this is the big thing, everyone has been so vague about what it is, and they're not naming these issues. Because imagine if it was just she I don't even know, she folds her socks in a weird way. Like, imagine if it was something as weird, like as silly as that, and that just people don't agree with, and yet it's been turned into, this whole thing. And I know it's not going to be fold socks for us or something, but like, because we don't know what it is, we could be, making it, a million times worse than what it is. It might not, because we don't know, we can't give it like the weight, like we don't understand the weight of it, do we? Because we don't know. And people are saying, well, she had issues at Villa, she had issues with the England squad before. And someone said in the documentary about Emma Hayes, which I don't know how easy that is to view, but they, in the background, apparently Hannah had first come to Chelsea, and Emma's saying to her, you really should be over there helping. I think it was Zashira was doing something, and she'd said something about, I'd rather be over here. So if we're talking still about, the Euros and when she was at Villa, she was still, 21, 22? So she's still very, very young. So if it was anything about behaviour, and particularly emotion as well, because you're going into a professional environment, if everyone thought back to when they were 21, 22, like, it's a hard time to kind of grow up in that environment and expect to be perfect and at the top of your game. But also, like you said, that was then. If that issue was still continuing, fair play, but it hasn't, and it's in the past.
and I don't really know enough about Hannah as a person or what she's like, but we are wired differently, aren't we? Like everyone's wired differently. If I was in that position and I was coming through when the women's football was getting as blown up and massive as it is, I don't think I would have handled the media well at all. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what to do. Like, so things are going to happen.
Because there's so much attention. Yeah.
So much attention. You don't know how people are wired and how people are. We all. And Serena, you know, she's quite cutthroat anyway, isn't she? She's quite like, if something happens that she doesn't like, she's going to get someone out of the squad. You learn.
Very Dutch.
If she'd come back into the squad and she was doing the same things, she would have had her out again. She wouldn't have been playing. Like Mary would have been playing.
Yeah, she wouldn't have tolerated it. Yeah,
she's clearly gone away and learned from what's happened, and she's come back and become a massive superstar for England.
Yeah.
By just being herself. And
overwhelming. And I think because of course loads of people have come out, like your Farrah Williams and your Ellen White, and loads of people have now commented. There was a bit of a silence for a while when people were kind of like, how do we, approach this? How, what do we say something and help or hinder, or do we stay quiet? Is that worse? But yeah, Farrah said something along the lines of, she was really baffled by Mary's comments, because at the end of the day, she was your teammate and you respect them, and you hold that respect for them regardless. But Ellen said, as footballers, we have an unwritten oath that nothing escapes the bubble. And I thought that was quite powerful, because you have your issues, workplace issues. Like imagine if that was, dirty laundry that was aired all the time. But yes, Mary's book is about her life. So if she has had grievances, then she does have every right to say it. But it's that thing that Danny, you mentioned at the beginning, was it's about the bigger picture. So did it need to be mentioned? Did this whole thing have to happen in order to celebrate? And it's quite, I haven't quite got my head around it. It's just so bizarre. Again, with the limited access that we have. Paul, Mary has recently came out and said it's got really distorted from what she imagined. So is this a case of, like we mentioned earlier, it's been very mismanaged, and maybe there's been some throwing under the bus to sell more copies and make it sensational? Or something else? Paul, what's your thoughts on this?
Okay. If I start ranting, shut me up. But I am looking at this. I have always felt, well, not always, but certainly in the past few years, felt a tremendous sympathy for Hannah Hampton, because all of the publicly available claims about her and her behavior and the way she supposedly is set off all manner of alarms is the wrong word, but all manner of associations that ring very, very familiar with me as an autistic person.
Okay.
And and particularly what you were saying about how lots of people are bringing it up as a negative, that when she joined Chelsea and there was the thing with Emma Hayes going, you need to be over there, and she said, I'd rather be over here. That is an incredibly blunt, neurodiverse thing to come out with. No, I need to be here. And perhaps, and when the hit piece was written on it by Susie Rack, because I refuse to believe that was anything other than a hit piece. Some people have pointed out to that and used Mary Earps's book to say, see, everyone had a go at Susie when she wrote this, but it's all been vindicated. I think that was a hit piece. There are now associations in my head going, who were the sources in the England camp then?
Well, yeah,
and
this
again,
is
and again
question,
for all sorts of legal issues. I'm not going to say anything more than that.
No.
But based on what Mary has written, Firstly, I refuse to believe that someone as PR savvy, who has been so committed to building her brand since the Euros as Mary Earps has, because she has. And, you know, she, at one point, she'd turn up at the opening of an envelope because, you know, she was in demand. She was one of the face of the Lionesses, who was on all the panel shows, who was on all the things, who did all the, oh, I'm a lad, really, and I can do all of these, who was, you know, I remember one famous clip on A League of Their Own on Sky where she was making jokes, and it was basically almost trying to get well, not trying to get cancelled, because she wasn't, but, you know, it was the kind of jokes that you look at and go, you know, that's not polished PR. That's the kind of joke that could go wrong for her. I think it was just some sort of innuendo that if a bloke had made it, nobody would have cared, because, you know, Lioness and all that sort of stuff. But either way, or was it? I think it was some sort of. The guys were trying to make vaguely uncomfortable sexual comments, and she just went straight back at them and went, you know, you wish. And someone had said something. He just went, "Nah, you're not big enough." At Micah Richards or something, and everybody took it as a reference to her. But, you know, it's the kind of thing where, good on you, Mary. You're backing yourself up. With all that knowledge and with all her carefully written speeches for when she was goalkeeper of the year and all the role model stuff, I refuse to believe that any of this is unintentional. Because apart from anything else, I think she would have had full oversight of that passage. I refuse to believe.
And that's the thing. You think she would have like okayed the things that were then released?
I refuse to believe that her team wouldn't have gone to her and said, "Mary, we're going to release this bit because we think this is the bit that will sell books." And at that point, she could have said, "No, can you release the bit about me being in a same-sex relationship, because that's a positive story, and it's salacious enough, and it's a look behind the scenes enough that everybody's going to go, wow." But it paints her. It paints her in an amazing light because it's a good news story.
Yeah, very positive.
Apart from anything else, it's very positive. But then you start to see the comments of people like, oh, well, you know, in articles where people say, like, high-ranking figures in the industry are unsurprised by this, as one of them said to me before the World Cup, Mary only cares about Mary. And again, all of these are the sorts of quotes that are often hearsay. But little things keep adding up. And also the stuff that she writes, where she wrote the extract that came out about the World Cup, where she said there were 3 huge news stories about the World Cup.
Oh, that bit.
2 of them involved me. One of them was the Spanish sexual abuse case, and the other 2 involved me. It's like, Jesus, Mary.
And Jojo.
And I genuinely, I read that and I thought that's icky as hell to read it. But also I was like, what things involved you? Like,
I think just don't put your name in the same sentence as that. I don't know, just blanket.
You know, you can talk.
Yeah, like why would you want to have that?
You can talk and say one of the biggest stories for the Lionesses of the World Cup was my penalty save in the final. You know, and yeah, fair enough. Although, to be honest, lots of people kind of forgotten it because, Mary, we lost. So it meant fuck all. And she just has this, or she gives the impression of having this arrogance and this main character syndrome, and this.
It didn't come across well, did it? That extract, no.
Level of, and then when you actually read the extract in question, because obviously everybody did, and I'm gonna go through and pick out a few quotes, which, before you complain, Mary, are the words that you wrote and you wanted to put in the book in context.
Well, and as Zach says, you know, if your name's on the book, you should be held responsible for what's inside. Even if you are using a ghostwriter or, you know, any of those, you should then still have the final say of
the first
what goes
bit.
out.
The first bit of the autobiography is the bit where she talks about the post tournament review of Euro 2022, and how England was such a safe space for her, and it was the culture and values and all that sort of stuff. And non-collegiate behaviour was not tolerated, and then we all reported back on Hannah Hampton's behaviour, and that was the only negative. Sorry, behave. A group of people together for a month are going to have more negatives than one person was a bit of an arse.
Yeah.
Anyone who was ever, over the summer, I regularly go on an ice hockey tournament for a weekend in Hull, and the amount of stuff after that where you come back and go, oof,
don't want to do that again.
It was. We had an open punch up on the bench. This game between two people because it happens, and then everyone goes, "Yeah, sorry about that, lads. Got a bit tasty," and that's it. Like,
and I think it's comments like that, and you think, well, again, we're looking at it in the bigger picture, and maybe she thought she was providing context for that, but that's very specific for someone who is very much be kind to each other, have this air of
don't tear anyone down, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and historically, women need to be there supporting other women. So the fact that not only she said this about Hannah Hampton, but the fact that she's then called Serena's ideas, what was it? Bullshit.
I mean, she said first of all about Hannah Hampton's behaviour. It affected us all in a domino effect to the extent that it was extremely unusual in a successful elite team environment. So why has nobody else alluded to it? Why is nobody else looking back in the Euros alluded to it? And then she carries on with my professional values and, a goalkeeper union where everyone had the space and support to be great at their job. Right. Okay. So remember that bit about space and support to be great at their job, shall we?
Yeah.
Because
it's a bit.
We move further down to the bit where Serena Wiegman didn't have to, remember, because she's the manager, actually rang Mary and said, I'm on about bringing Hannah Hampton back into the squad. What do you think?
Yeah.
Which, she didn't have to do. She could have turned around and gone, I'm the manager, you pick it.
Yeah, because she said Serena had involved her in those leadership meetings, didn't she? Those managerial meetings.
And so she turns around and goes, it doesn't make me feel comfortable not needing to remind her of the disharmony the squad had felt before. What, that nobody else has mentioned? I wish this situation wasn't what it was, but I've been asked my opinion, so I was being honest. Yeah, Mary, now you're sounding like one of those. I call it as I see it, people. And also, the progress and development of younger players have become a huge feature of my value set in football, but I'm going to deny Hannah Hampton having any of it. Because I'm going to reward certain behaviour. And then Serena said, I think everyone deserves a second chance, and then basically went, shut up.
Yeah, like that's not the response I thought you were going to give.
Which is what she should have given.
Yeah, draw the line, and that's it. That should, for me, that's.
And then you read the bit about when she was told you're not going to start with the April 2024, and Mary, can I have a word in front of everyone? Sorry, have you never ever in your whole time in professional football had the manager after a team meeting go, oh, hold on a sec. That
let's have a chat.
That happens at work. That's a normal bloody.
That happens in life. Yeah.
That happens in life. That's. That's.
Although, Jackie, as someone who's followed Hope Solo, all of this seems pretty minor.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's also the argument that Hope Solo, I believe, actually had diagnosed mental health issues and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, did she? Oh,
okay. Which may have contributed to some of the more crazy stuff. I would need to look that out to check, or maybe the Americans can correct me on it.
I was going to say, yeah, okay.
But I seem to remember there definitely being situations where it was like Hope Solo actually had, all sorts of issues that weren't to do with football. So she
Mm.
goes, I felt embarrassed being singled out. I didn't know if it was intentional or if it was her way of making an example of you. Get over yourself, Mary, will you?
No, it's just your boss having a word.
You know, at this point, you've been in Serena Wiegmann's orbit as manager for 3 years.
Yeah, Zach confirms that. Okay, thank you, Zach.
And you know that the fact you have been called back is going to be the talk of the town, and I hated that. Sorry.
It just seems very insecure, doesn't it?
Everything she's done at this point has been narcissistic and wanting to be the center of attention. But she hates being the center of attention.
Yeah, and this is the confusing bit, because if you take everything, or take quite a few bits kind of isolated,
and then
but you put it together, like you're saying, yeah.
And Serena said, I want to give someone else experience, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
And then her response is, I don't get it. It's a qualifying match and bad behavior is being rewarded. So, like, what? Bad behavior? No.
And that's the thing, yeah.
Firstly, it wasn't even said it was Hannah Hampton. You know, if you're there and if she'd stated in the writing that she said Hannah was starting because I want to give someone else another chance, fair enough. But we know that in hindsight. But the way she's written the book, it could have been Kiara Keating, who we know played a few games as well.
Yeah.
And so are you saying Kiara Keating was also involved in bad behaviour? Were you saying Ellie Roebuck was involved in bad behaviour? Like, so...
Yeah, it's just very much
and
ego.
Then the goalkeeping coach steps up and says, everything you've said we're aware of, but this is what we want to do. So, you know, again, they are manager and coach. And then it starts with that. It was a choice that went against my core values. I couldn't get my head around it because when my values were compromised, the strain felt heavy enough to keep me up at night, and it compromised my football. The affinity I had for this job was being destroyed, trust and respect evaporating. That's a you problem, Mary. Brutally,
yeah.
that is a big fucking you problem because, and again, part of me wonders because it rings bells about neurodivergence and the way I deal with situations like that. And I think in situations like that, sometimes I'll react and go, hold on a minute, I'm very rigid. And I have had situations in the past where I've had that reacted badly and then had to almost take yourself in hand and go, no, this isn't about you. This is this happens to everybody. And you get over it. But the way she's written it is because I knew where I could take me, I didn't have to let anyone crush my spirit. I had a choice with England. I could do what other people do if they're no longer enjoying their job. I could leave. I mean, that's the fact that you're both just sat there in silence because you can't really say anything about it without being, get over yourself, you petulant child, because that's the level that it.
And when you look at that situation when around the months where she did leave, there's only one disruptor in that squad, and she's not called Hannah Hampton.
Yeah,
that's the irony of it all.
And that's the thing, yeah.
And that's the bit. These are the bits as it were, that I'm picking out because it all gets to this bit, and presumably this again is the way she has approved it being written, even if she hasn't written it.
It's written terribly, by the way. Just putting it out.
In April 2025, she went to St George's Park with her head up, even if she was working extra hard to keep it that way. Would that be to anything to do with the fact that you'd buggered off from Man United to Paris Saint-Germain and suddenly were no longer that relevant? But anyway, it talks about it, and then came the words I've waited over a year to hear. I've decided Hannah's number one for now.
Yeah.
And based on her own quotes of Serena, it's delivered really nicely because it's literally, you're good, Hannah's a bit better. It's nothing you've done.
factual and
and
fight for place.
That's the state of it.
I think Brooks got it spot on as well in the chat as well, saying she could see this young goalkeeper coming up.
And then you look at it and you say, she says, I expected this. I wasn't surprised, but I felt extremely disappointed. I think you could have been more honest.
How?
To which Serena then turned around and said, no, that's not fair. We've literally only just made this decision. And that sounded like bullshit.
Mm.
And then, straight away from that, it's, we'll agree to disagree. You've made your decision. I'm making one as well. I'm internationally retiring. And that, for me, that is the killer. No. That's the, I'm not number one anymore, so cue, I'm off.
So shove it, yeah.
We see it all the time in football, don't we? Like the encouragement, the older statespeople in football is taking a step back, being on the bench, but then finding this new joy in helping other people come through and helping, like if it's a striker, helping them with their game. And you see the pride of the face of the substitutes, of the older subs coming on and helping them. That's what football should be about. Like, and any job really, like you should be really happy when someone comes and is as good as your job as you are, because you've been an inspiration to them. Like,
you've helped nurture them.
It feels like just there's been something that's Mary's been unhappy with from a few years ago that she's holding against her, and not being like, right, okay, you've learned from this,
and then doesn't want her
on.
to succeed.
Let's all be part of the team and let's all go and win these Euros together. It's like, well, you're clearly ahead of me. I'm off now.
I mean, it's when it's followed up by, apparently, and again, these are Mary's quotes. This isn't speculation. This is from her book, from the extract in The Guardian, which you can find very easily. It then reads, after this will be my last camp, you know, you've made your decision, I'm making one, so I'm retiring. That's literally as blunt as it is. And then she says, and so she said she was retiring. Serena asked her why, and she said, doesn't align with my morals and values to continue. What you mean the ones about helping young players progress?
Yeah. What are the values you're talking about is my question there.
I'd rather Kiara Keating get the experience. So you don't want to help her then. Okay, so fair enough. And then, I used to feel invincible here, but I don't feel that way anymore.
But you shouldn't. I don't think you'd ever feel invincible on an international.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't feel like you're untouchable. That's what it's all about. Fight for your places.
That's the start of it going downhill.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, I said I no longer felt supported by England, and the goalkeeper dynamic had been too unhealthy for too long. And after Serena said, I know it's hard, but you have so much more to give and your level is still so high, Mary Earps' response is, I know my level's high. That's not the question. It's better in the team if I move on.
Wow.
I mean,
well, that bit she's probably right about, to be fair. Worked out well, didn't it?
The second bit, to move on.
They wouldn't understand because it wouldn't fit their agenda. From where they stood, it looked better for me to be there, and then dropped entirely afterwards.
But they never said she was being dropped entirely.
I think it would have been a massive disruption had she gone to that Euros. That would have been, like, on the face of it now, you look at it and you think, what would have happened if she'd have gone in that squad, and how Hannah might have been,
what would have played
looming over her, and the headlines it would have made and stuff. So,
and then crucially, I mean, it follows up. I know I keep coming up with these, but I think realize how long it is. But I'm just looking at it, and then Serena turns around and says, "Please stay, Mary. You know, I don't want you to go because Kiara will have her time. This is still yours." And I don't think it's the right thing. I worry what people will say. I think it's better you can stay for a tournament, win a trophy, and then go. And then she asked, and then 2 days before she wanted to play in PSG, Serena said, "Are we doing this?" And then you keep reading it, and she said, "I'll continue." Serena says, "Well done, I saw you won." And then she said, "I hadn't actually watched it." And her response is, "I knew I'd made the wrong choice."
Wow. You it's very much a pick me. I want to be teacher's pet. If you're not paying me the attention, why not? And it's, if you're the manager of a national squad, you've got to keep tabs on everyone. You probably watch like the highlights. Yeah, you go to some games, we see her around, but she's not going to be able to watch every single minute, or at least not like straight away. She might like watch back some tapes or see what's happening. But as Nessie says there, if you don't want to fight for it, all right, off you go.
I mean,
because there are so many people who will fight for those winners.
If you're going to
walk
the
right way,
there's a way of leaving. There's a way of going. Like Hannah's a great keeper. Kiara's a great keeper. I feel like it's my time. I've had a brilliant time with England. I'm now moving on. That leave in a better way is what I'd say.
Who does she stay in that squad instead of? Do you think? If she said she's staying, it's probably Anna Morehouse, isn't it? Realistically.
Yeah.
Realistically, Anna Morehouse doesn't get into that squad. And, Mary Earps is one injury away from representing England in a crucial knockout game again. And in the meantime, she is cementing her legacy as a double Euros winner. One of the greatest goalkeepers, certainly one of the greatest female goalkeepers England has ever seen. And now she just looks like a petty Harridan.
It's the way that's just spoiled the legacy that she was building so well. And she was this icon, and she was this figurehead of talking about your mental health and, putting your, making sure that you were okay and to treat each other well. And it just very much, it feels like she's gone back on all of that.
Her mask has slipped. They say about people when, the mask has slipped. And perhaps the real Mary Earps is a nasty, backstabbing person.
And it's not even disappointing though, is it? It's like you can't still quite believe it's all come to this, because it's like, oh well, the Mary we saw at the Euros, that passion, that fight, that's the Mary that I certainly remember, and whoever this person is, I don't recognize.
This is a person who believes her own hype, who's got sucked into the celebrity thing.
Yeah, and maybe, it did happen so much so quickly that maybe the ego then did inflate and thought she was untouchable, etc. So then when the glitter started to fade, it was like, oh, what about me? But I'm the best. Like, where's everyone going? And it just, this isn't the Mary I recognise. And
but the sad thing is, it's almost as if she's still desperate for the approval of the English public.
Yeah.
With all of this.
I'm trying to justify it.
I'm the one who was being brilliant, and the new Golden Girl is actually when you've let me tell you what she's really like.
Yeah, remember what I did? Yeah, it's just and I think if Hannah, as much as she does want to be brought into it, and we don't really want to bring Hannah into it, but the fact that she has worked so hard and she is such a good keeper. It's like, well, you've now tarnished her, and people might start to question her in a different way. And luckily, loads of people have rallied around Hannah Hampton, haven't they, and said, just don't talk about her like that. Like, don't.
I mean, the way Hannah Hampton responded as well, where she didn't even respond to Mary and just talked about, I've always been proud to play for England, and I'm proud of my journey. And I've made mistakes in that. I can't remember what she actually said, but there was a definite acknowledgement.
That statement that came,
and when she's done interviews about that Susie Rack interview and said, I don't know where it came from, because there was the odd thing, but people were shouting at me in the street because of this, and it wasn't fair, and it wasn't me, and it wasn't true, and like you said, and people said at Villa, she always used to spend time with kids.
She was incredible. She always made time. She always used to come over. She was always really happy, really. So when these stories did come out, we all went, "What?" We didn't see that.
I almost think it's a case of maybe in camp, and again, this is where the neurodivergent speculation, which is speculation, to be clear. I don't know anything, and no one should know anything. This is only as an actual neurodivergent autistic person. I see a lot of that in Hannah Hampton because of the focus and the way she plays and the bluntness and the sheer, she's not very good with media or anything. She doesn't focus on any of that. She's very, for her, football is the thing. And maybe that confused Mary because in camp, maybe Mary was trying to be the old, possibly false, friendly goalkeeper union thing, and Hannah was like, "No, I want your spot."
Yeah, like, oh, I'm here to work. Like, I'm not.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here to work.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper union is fine, but I'm here to work.
Yeah, possibly. And, some people have mentioned, is it, with her now playing out in the French leagues, is she less relevant? And it's trying to bring it back. But, at the end of the day, she's essentially playing in the mud with all of these accusations. And we saw what Jill Scott was like in the last Euros and how happy she was, like Danny was saying, you mentor these players and you're there, and that's your job at a certain point. You're there to train and to coach, and you look at Alex Scott and Lucy Bronze, when Alex was very much like, okay, if you want my spot, come and get it. You need to be faster than me. You need to be stronger. That's
because she was she had been England's number 9 for a long time, and in the last Euros, it was very much you play for 60 minutes, Ellen, and then Leslie comes on. Frank Kirby even, because Ella Toon coming on, and after that tournament, Ellen White almost faded a little into the background because everyone was focusing on Russo's back heel and all that sort of stuff. And Ellen was just like, yeah, this is awesome, and you know what? I'm going out on top.
Yeah, and that's how you deal with it. That's
the classy way.
Yeah,
I'm going out on top,
as it should be.
I know, she saw the writing on the wall, and there's a whole new set of England number 9s coming up. I'm in my 30s. I want to have a kid. I want to live life as a woman away from football. What better time to step away than now?
And a lot of them do say, we want to leave the game in a better place than when we found it, than when we started. And all of them look back and how they've nurtured the players coming through, and they're so excited for the future. And you just really wish that Mary also would have been one of them.
That's
very
like you say, that's the big bit. All the other Lionesses from 2022 and the ones who retired before the Euros have left the game in a better place than they found it. Frank Kirby, Millie Bright.
Yeah.
Has Mary Earps left it in a better place than she found it, or did she happen to be a good goalie for a little while until Hannah Hampton turned up?
And it just shows you just how easily that reputations can be shattered and tarnished.
She played a major part. You can't question that, in the amount of interest in a goalkeeper as well. She played a huge part in it. But now you look back and you watch these videos now, are you going to be thinking, what a time for Mary Earps, or are we going to be thinking about this? And that's the legacy part of it, which is really sad.
I mean, like you say, people bring up the picture of Hannah Hampton getting the Ballon d'Or this season, and Mary Earps' face is just poison.
And it should never have been that way.
It's not a goalkeeper union. I am happy for
a
teammate. This is very personal.
Yes, I think that's why it's not sitting well. It's not come across well at all.
And all of her interviews since, with the carefully choreographed displays of emotion on TalkSport, with the I didn't expect it to be this badly, even with the slightly breaking voice. This is a performance, Mary. It's
going to make it hard to have that trust again, isn't it? With how it is. So we just wanted to kind of say our piece, which probably went on for a bit longer, but we do appreciate everyone getting involved with that and kind of sharing in that conversation, because it's something that has polarized people, and it's things that we're still trying to wrap our head around how it's come to this. But ultimately, like we said, there's a way to bow out gracefully. There's a way to move on and pass the torch on to the next generation. And unfortunately, this has not been it.
And how has she not done it with so many examples from her teammates who've done it beautifully?
They have, yeah. So, but hey, onwards and upwards for the Lionesses, and some incredible players in the current squad and in the young Lionesses coming up for the future as well. So hopefully this kind of all goes over in a blur, and it doesn't tarnish anything that incredible team have put back together. And we do just want to finish on one final thing, Danny. You wanted to briefly mention the WSL playoffs.
Oh yeah.
After all that,
I'm donning the shirt of the mighty Casey Current. After all that, on a lighter note.
we'll finish on something light.
Yeah. So basically, for people who don't know, the NWSL is the league part is finished. The mighty Kansas City Current won the Shield, which means they finished top of the league. They finished top of the league by 21 points, but. Wow. In a very weird twist of fate with the American system, that doesn't technically mean they win the championship yet, because the top 8 teams play off in the playoffs, which are incredibly, to decide who wins the overall championship. And I think only 2 of the last 5 years, the team finishing top has actually won it. That shows that sometimes this psychological thing comes into it and especially this year, this is my fear now with Kansas City, that we've won the league portion by so much. How does it fare in a knockout? It becomes this knockout competition, which is exciting. Like, honestly, is an exciting thing to watch. But there's that fear of, will they drop? Will the levels drop? So the top 8 teams now play off against each other. So how it works is the top 4 teams have all got home games against the teams finishing 5th to 8th. So you got Kansas City playing Gotham, who finished 8th. You got Washington Spirit, Washington Spirit, who finished 2nd, facing Racing Louisville, who finished 7th. You got Portland Thorns, who finished 3rd, facing San Diego Wave, who finished 6th. And then you got Orlando, who won it last year. They're playing Seattle, who finished 5th. So if they are on at reasonable times as well, I think there's one game on at 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. The other games are on at reasonable times for UK watchers. I think 5:30 and 8 o'clock TNT. If you want some drama and if you want to learn about the NWSL as well, this is a really good way of learning about who some of the teams are, because it is on a lot of the time in the middle of the night. It's difficult to watch live. It's great drama. It's going to be brilliant. I'm so excited to watch it. Nervous as well for Kansas City, and just wanted to get over the line. Tem was an injury doubt as well, which is not good. It's not fun.
No.
Facing Gotham, who finished 8th, who are quite dangerous still, but they've got Esther Gonzalez, who is also potentially an injury doubt as well. So it's both of them potentially missing the goal scorers. So it could come down to who's fit and who's not. But yeah, it goes on obviously from quarterfinals, semi-finals to finals. Great little stories in there. Louisville have finally made it in after about 5 years of asking. They finished 9th in the last 4 years, I think. Just missing out. They're the underdog story. They're 5 games unbeaten coming into it. So they've got the momentum. You've got great teams in there. Like the Orlando's and the Washington have been brilliant this season as well. It's a great thing to watch. So yeah, get on it if you can. And up the KC. It's teal time. Let's have it.
They have horror. I refuse, as having adopted Washington Spirit, I refuse to accept losing to Racing bloody Louisville.
But they've got your favourite kit, Paul.
Oh yeah, it's a great kit.
The favourite kit ever.
It's anyone's game, really. It's that this is the beauty of it. And just like if you just go into the weekend and in the next couple of weeks treating it like a summer tournament, you'll learn a lot. You'll have a lot of fun watching it. That's my promise.
Oh, it's Danny's promise. Danny's promise to you all. No money back guarantee with that, everyone.
No, I don't think I gave any money in the first place. But no.
Happiness will come free by watching the NWSL. Zach is thoroughly enjoying it. No, we do, Zach. We do follow along. Danny, of course, being the guru, as it were, at the moment in the NWSL. So yeah, I mean, hey, let's back Casey Current. Had a guy come watch LCF from recently. There we go. Okay. Yes, Chloe Bears Orlando Pride, isn't she? loosely follow San Diego Wave. I need to follow them a bit more. But
I need to
follow them
follow
on socials.
Washington Spirit a bit more because I've kind of kept an eye on them. And
That
Rowdy
can be
Albert.
our promise
Rowdy
for the new
Albert,
season.
So we'll
Yeah.
keep an eye. We'll keep an eye for the playoffs.
Yeah. Do give it a watch because I think the matches are 1 o'clock in the morning for Orlando, Seattle, then Saturday at 5 o'clock, Washington, Louisville, 5 o'clock our time in England. KC, Gotham, Sunday at 5:30, and then Portland, San Diego at 8 o'clock on Sunday. So reasonable.
Oh,
nice.
All on TNT.
Sunday NWSL watch along.
Nice.
Yeah, but so much exciting stuff happening. And again, we need to talk about the NWSL, don't we? Because it's another league with some fantastic football going on. But unfortunately, it does get a bit left behind. With all the focus being on the WSL in England. So yes, thank you very much, Danny. So yeah, watch the NWSL playoffs if you can, please, because as Danny said, it is anyone's game. Now, this has been an absolute mega marathon tonight. So thank you so much for the people who are still watching, who first tuned in at 8:30 when we started. And I have to say the numbers have been going up and up for the past hour or so. So thank you so much to people who are getting involved and everyone in the chat as well. We do really appreciate you.
We'll definitely clip the Mary Earps bit for tomorrow.
But we've got a few clippable bits
because you've got at least an hour worth of that.
Yes.
That can be what Sam puts up on Friday. I'll clip it for him and we'll stick it up on Friday.
Big one. Yeah, and we'll keep that conversation going. But I would just like to say, not only Portland Thorns, but if everyone could just remember the Portland Cherry Bombs.
Remember the Cherry Bombs.
Always remember the Cherry
Bombs.
Not
forgetting that logo.
Portland Thorns seems so boring compared to that now.
I know, yeah. So yeah, I mean, with all these leagues, how are we going to keep on top of them? But we will.
Final note.
No,
if Portland's what are they called again? Cherry Bombs.
Cherry Bombs.
Cherry Bombs are looking for a head coach. We know who used to be manager of the men's team in Portland.
Say his name.
Dr. Philip Neville. Back to Portland you go.
Because there's a Cherry Bombs team that are going to explode onto the scene. So there we go. So watch out for those joining the Northwest Division next season, which will be in the summer, I believe. So we will wrap that up. But most of you we know.
He is still with
already like follow. Are we still with them? Oh, nice. Nah, we'll get them another job. But yeah, we do appreciate every like, follow, share, subscribe, etc. And remember, there is a brand new get to know me interview for our YouTube members. So if that's something you're interested in, do go check it out. And it's a lovely get to know you with our lovely Ant. Yes. So it's a very, very good conversation indeed. So get yourself over there if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, we are live 4 nights a week. So usually 8:30. If you're not busy, come and join us. Because we've got the non-league show on a Monday, Premier League on a Tuesday. We talk women's football and lots of other things on a Wednesday. And we've got the lower league show on a Thursday as well. All of our handles are there. Go and check us out for all of the latest news. And we promise to be back with more exciting women's football news next Wednesday at 8:30. And it won't be as long as this, I can promise, unless someone else releases a book that we need to discuss. In the meantime,
Phil Neville's got a book out.
Oh God, that would be a standalone pod. That would be a standalone.
He appeared on one of the Guardian articles, a picture of Phil and Mary.
And you were like, haha, yeah. we knew there was something there. But yeah, no, thank you so much for sticking with us. Danny, Paul, thank you very much. Danny, if people like to see more of you, where can they find you, please?
At Danny Brothers on Twitter, at Danny the Brothers on Instagram. Add a little blue sky bit if you want on Blue Sky. I'm not on there at all. But yeah, if you want to hear more from me, I'll be nervously tweeting the playoffs this weekend. So come and join me. And sometimes tweet just about random things as well, which is always fun.
We can. Thank you very much. And Paul, where can people find more of you, please?
At Paul W Radio, which I can sort of point at Mostly yelling about actually supporting a good football team for the first time in my life, in Sky Blues, and a little bit about women's football and other stuff as well. So there you go.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm at T Wrights across all socials, or at the Whole 115 Yards, which is my more professional football account for all things. And there's a website to go with that as well. So yeah, thank you so much. We will let you all go to bed. Good evening, good night, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, everyone.